Heyo, and welcome to OmniDog's Vault. I'm OmniDog, and today we have a fun special guest, our Israeli correspondent, Bar Zut. How'd I do?
Almost.
Bar Zut.
I feel like this is the best you'll get. This is probably
I don't think we have that muscle down here that you guys have developed for the.
make up whatever excuse you want. Whatever will make you feel better.
And of course, you sound exactly like Gal Gadot, as we talked about yesterday. You have her cool accent. So, is that the Israeli accent, or is this just the happy fate, accidental fate? You just happen to sound like her.
I would say it's the Israeli accent, but if people know how to speak English, because the bad Israeli accent would probably sound way worse than this.
Okay. So this is people who speak English well with an Israeli accent.
Yeah, I mean, Israelis tell me I sound like an American, so.
Oh, okay.
To Israelis, when I speak English, I sound like an American. To Americans, when I speak English, I sound Israeli.
See, Kenny's already saying that you do.
Thank you.
No,
I'll
I'm
take
not.
that as a compliment.
Yeah. Uh, whoa, wait. I'm not putting that up. That let's go from Bar. I'm not putting that up at all. Some of these I'm not going to put up. Let's see. So you have your Harley shirt on.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
You like it?
Yeah. And I have mine on. This is
from of the animated series. This is my
Yeah.
favorite poster of the animated series.
It's a cool shot.
Does it have everyone in it? Like Batman, Clayface?
King Shark, Clayface. Who's that little horned gremlin down there? I don't recognize him. Yeah, Batman and Jim Gordon are down there in the corner. Let's see, King Shark and Clayface, but where's Oh, and there's Bane hiding. Yeah, it's got a lot of people. Yeah, Bane's up here. I don't recognize this dude.
This is Ivy's plant.
Frank. Oh, that's Ivy. Oh, Ivy's plant. Oh, right. Okay, that's Ivy's plant. That's right. Okay, so we got King Shark and Clayface up here. Okay. And Bane, so good. I forgot about Ivy's plant. What, Frank, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, Cycle. That says your book is a good Harley book. You did pick a good one, right? Do you like the Harleen book?
Harley book? It's my favorite.
Okay. Show feels like years in the making. Get ready. It's time for the Unstoppable Harley Quinn show. Noir Wolf is here.
Hi, Noir Wolf.
Okay, this is Cycle is oh my gosh. Now I'm going back to the beginning. Cycle's just doing stream of consciousness. Jesse,
did he not like it?
I don't know, and it's okay if he doesn't.
His opinion doesn't matter.
When it comes to Harley, right? Let's see. Kenny says, as far as Harley Quinn goes, loved her in Batman, the animated series, and also the entire comics run of Harley Quinn from New 52 to Rebirth, and currently loving the current run and love Margot. Those are all my feelings, too.
Good on you, Kenneth.
And he likes Kaylee Cuoco's voice, yeah.
Me too. She's actually, this is going to be very controversial. I prefer her over Tara Strong.
What about Arlene Sorkin, the original
Arlene
voice?
Sorkin is number one.
Okay.
Arlene Sorkin just set the bar too high.
Yeah. I would say I'm with you. I think Kaylee's number two. Is Tara Strong that controversial? We'll find out.
Yeah, because a lot of people seem to love her Harley the most.
Okay. Yeah, you can thank James Abel is the one that put my head on Harley Quinn for the thumbnail for this. I thought it was great. And I thought it was cool, so I made it the
It's
thumbnail
cool.
for it. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. You
Yeah.
sent it to me before.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, cycle's just going stream of consciousness now. So blah da 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 yada da yeah. Official Scott Stapp here. Really enjoyed Harleen. Also, hello, my
Thanks.
friends. We meet again. Uh-oh. Yes, we do.
Shut up, Josh.
We do. Rahul is here. Good, good. This is only funny for the response. Anyone else who wondering who's going to spam the chat today? Well, Bar's on screen, and Josh
Right.
Greathouse replies, "I have a name."
Oh,
Say
God.
he's going to be the one.
This sounds like a threat, Jess. I don't know.
Bar, no, she doesn't have a mask yet. Yeah, I gave it a shot. Lionheart's here. Welcome.
Welcome, Lanhart. How are you?
Oh, Comic Slayer's here. Bar has the cool Hilla Klein accent.
Oh, stop it. I don't know who that is, but
I don't either.
I'll take it.
It's Comic Slayer. That's Kristen. So Kristen, who's Hilla Klein? I'm sure it's a compliment, but we don't know. Neither one of us knows who it is. Yeah, it is. From Comic Slayer, she wouldn't trash you at all. She's nothing but nice. We got I made it. I was already going to be very late. No, roguish type. You are fine. And here's Kalel from Belgium. How are you doing?
Hello, Kalel.
Remsco. Another European. Chat's already out of control. Now, why do they want you to say omnibusy?
Oh, omnibusy.
Oh,
because
okay.
I've been saying that quite a lot in the chats. Hello, call me Top Gun. How are you?
Okay. Watery Wizards here. Nice, nice. Oh, thanks. Fire shirt. Thank you.
And nothing about my shirt?
Not yet. We're not. I'm behind on the chat already.
I'm the guest here. I'm the one who should be getting all these compliments.
Right? Bar, did you spend all week reading Harley preparing for this?
I don't need to prepare.
Right answer. Here's Zorf. How's it going, Zorf?
Hi, Zorf.
He is, that's to you. So cool to see you around here.
I love saying his name, Zorf. Is that really how you pronounce the X?
With a Z, yeah, Zorf.
Zorf.
Okay. Kenny likes both our shirts. There we go.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Bar, once you appear on Jess's show, we need a room tour of your collection at some point. That's a good point, just to notice that Bar's not just about Harley. She has a wide variety of interests. You can see the books behind her are all kinds of DC books, and I see Daredevil there.
Yes.
Daredevil, and I see Batman, Super Sons. I can see Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bar's got a wide variety of interests here, not just Harley. She's much more than that. New Spooey here.
Hi, New Spooey.
Yeah, Cycle, they are hot takes. You're 100% wrong on that book, and we may not be. It may not have been
even hot takes. It's bad takes. Full on.
Zach, love the Harley Quinn animated series. Any of the comics similar to that?
There are the comics for the TV show. If it's something that you're interested in. Wait, let me show you. There's this one. This was the first one. It collects the entire series of the Eat Bang Kill Tour. And this happens after the events of the second season, before the events of season 3. And after season 3, they released another series. What's it called? Something with bats. I forgot the name.
Something what now? Eat, Bang, Kill.
No, the second one didn't release in hardcover yet. It's coming out in a few months.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read that. I can't think of it. Somebody can pick up on what the second one was though. But yeah, the Eat, Bang, Kill tour is similar, of course. I feel like the Harley and the Ivy by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm.
I think the Carl Kessel run takes a lot of inspiration, and I'll talk like the series takes a lot of inspiration from it, and I'll talk about it some more later when it comes to what Harley books new readers should read. But I think this is a good one.
Okay, good.
For TV show enjoyers.
Right. Okay. An actual thoughtful thought from Josh. I feel like Harley. I'm just kind of taken aback here. I feel like Harley Quinn is the best example of taking a sidekick or minor character, letting the intellectual property grow naturally to a flagship title. I wish more would take this lesson to heart. Wouldn't you agree?
I'll tell you what he's trying to do, Jess. As a principal, I refuse to agree with Josh on anything. So he always says something that I'll agree with, just so I will say that I agree with him. And I refuse.
You guys have history, I can tell.
I refuse to agree. And then he says, oh, so you don't really like Harley Quinn. You don't agree that she's this great character or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have history. Parwork says, been reading some Birds of Prey this weekend. Sure Bar will approve.
I haven't read that one yet, actually. But I do approve. I've heard it's really great. I want to read the Gail Simone run.
Right. Yeah, that is really good. And I need to do a reread of that. The Collector's here with his popcorn. Okay. That is a very good statement from Cycle Cleveland. Maybe we should.
He's trying to get on our good graces after those horrible Harley takes.
Here's Hannah. Is Hannah in the Discord chat with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the one I was talking about.
Right. Okay. Hey, Hannah. How's it going? Tara Strong is very talented, but her Harley can be a little much. I even prefer Hayden Walsh. Now, I'm not familiar with that.
She was the one that voiced Harley in Batman and Harley Quinn, the animated movie.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that yet.
You shouldn't. Don't bother.
I think it might be too late. I might actually own it.
No, oh God, Jess.
Didn't Melissa Roche do her too? Harley's voice?
Oh, yeah, that was Melissa. Hayden Walsh, did she do then? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Did she do the Batman 2000 TV show, 2004 or something? God, I don't remember.
Yeah. Roguish Type, can you tell us who Hayden Walsh is? Because I think Melissa did the one that you're talking about that not a whole lot of people liked, but I had to get it anyway. Marvel Bab, hi guys. Had to pop in the chat to see the face behind the bar. Look at that nice, pretty, energetic, fun face. And that smile. Oh, I have big plans for you, Bar. And this is Spanish is easier for me to pronounce than Hebrew because I don't have to go all the way down here for it. As the leading Hispanic in the comic book, leading Hispanic authority in the comic book world, Rodimus Prime Rib always challenges me to speak a little Espanol to see how my pronunciation is. And this is Edición Amor Absoluto para Harley con el gran omniperro y la imparable Bar. Bar.
Imparable is how you say unstoppable.
Probably. He's loving the addition of talking about Harley with the Grand OmniDog or OmniDog and the Imparable Bar. So in Spanish, yeah, you're the Imparable Bar.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. Good morning, Jess. Good afternoon, Bar. Yeah, it's good evening, Bar, actually.
Yeah, technically it's evening.
Oh, this is too bad. Harley Quinn is going to be in the Arrow seasons 2 and 3, but when WB Pictures told the CW plans got axed.
Is it too bad though? It's the CW. I'm not so sad about that.
I didn't skip you. She responded to you. You can't silence what the people want. Wait a minute. People are already complaining. Wait, all right, let me go all the way back to your comment for 45.
Omnibusy. That's what he wants me to say. Omnibusy.
Okay.
Omnibusy.
Okay, there. She already did it.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe he's getting mad at me because I'm behind in the chat and he apologized later. Let's hope so. Good heavens.
You better apologize. Call me Top Gun. I put my heart and soul into that Omnibusy earlier.
True graphic novel. Harleen is definitely my favorite Harley Quinn story, followed shortly by Criminal Sanity, another good book.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of Harley, so I don't usually recommend it to people who don't really know her character.
Right, I agree from that. Okay. Hyla is the co-host of H3H3.
Okay, now tell us what H3H3 is.
What's H3H3? Oh, okay. Now he's happy. Okay. Oh, and here's Joachim.
Hi, Joaquin.
Bar is that girl, the supreme greatest of all time. Nice.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, he wants you to host from now on. Okay. I beg your pardon. I do not have my shoes on. I am actually barefoot, but I'm not going to show you my bare feet. But I can promise you that I am actually not wearing shoes in the house today.
You're barefoot?
Yeah, because I was late. I ran down from the shower. I got on the computer. Hey, Bar, let's go downstairs. Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to put shoes on. Hilla Klein is a badass from Israel. It's a compliment. Okay, Comic Slayer, what's H3H3?
Wait, from Israel? I've never heard of her.
According to Wiki, Hilla Klein is Israeli-American YouTuber. Okay. Here's Micah. Hi. Oh, also Paper Girls. What about Paper Girls? Is that something we can see, or what did I miss Hannah some back behind? Okay, this is Paper Girls. No. Do you have Paper Girls, Bar?
I'm not going to entertain this because Hannah, she's a Paper Girls hater.
Oh.
She's been rubbing it in my face ever since I found out about it. It's one of my favorite runs. One of my favorite series, and she hates it.
Well, Hannah's wrong.
I completely agree.
Okay.
Hannah is 99% of the time wrong, though.
You got history with some of these people. Okay. Rising Phoenix is here. Nice. Yeah, we're getting Bar's hot takes. Hannah's wrong. Josh is baiting her. We got it all. Now they see two Superman, Batman Omnis there. Are they different next to Super Sons, or is it volumes
1 and 2?
1 and 2. That's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, he's just saying he spotted 2 Omnis in your collection, showing that you are a diverse collector. Bar's collection is more organized than Omar's collection.
That's not hard to do, though.
Here's a good question, because maybe James can show it in the chat. I'm a little bit closer to 8,000 than I thought I was, and now it seems like maybe I will be dyeing my hair as I promised my daughter.
Of course you will. I will make sure of it. What are you gonna do? Like one side red, one side black, like Harley, or like
I
a different color?
I think the idea is just to do my. I gotta have longer hair for it to be effective. I think I just got a haircut, so I'll grow my hair out a little bit. But I think the idea is just to dye my hair pink. I don't think it's pink highlights. I'm gonna let my daughter and wife figure it out. But my daughter is full on ready to do it.
But make it like pixie pink, not like I want it to like stand out. I want to see it.
You want it like Barbie pink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Psycho, you could not be more wrong. This is the wrongest wrong you've ever wronged.
Can we block Psycho Cleveland? He does not deserve to be here.
Wow. Harleen is, oh my gosh, this is the first person. What?
I will not hear it. Harleen is a masterpiece from the art to the writing. I will not hear anything that says otherwise.
I'm putting you in OmniDog timeout, which means I'm just not going to highlight you at all. I'm like, Omar, it looks like she even does those shows. Oh, here's the next Imaginaut now. You're in the hot seat now, Unstoppable Bar. OmniDog takes no prisoners in his inaugural guest spot hazings. The chat is the one hazing her.
That is true.
What that also shows you've already made a ton of friends in that Discord group.
And I feel like that was a mistake.
Let's see. I reserve my love for Harley Quinn until I've seen Joker fois à deux. That's
the
movie, and you shouldn't even base that on. You shouldn't base your love on anything until you read some of the Harley books we're going to recommend for you, my friend.
Come on, Joaquin. You should know better that the comics are everything that matters. The movies are secondary.
Animated series Legion of Bats. That's
right.
James, he's the man. He knows.
You're a saint.
Here's Javier. Good morning.
Hello,
Rahul. Yes, please smash that like button. Bar's here. This will be epic. The Unstoppable Epic Bar. She's our Israeli correspondent, man. Yeah, you've had too many edibles. Here's a good question. We can start talking about Harley. Now we will be talking about more than Harley, but we're gonna just sort of gush over her for a little bit. And but since Bar is such a wide-ranging reader of comics, she's not just one note. She's known for her Harley love, but she loves lots of stuff. So, what's your favorite Harley story, author, artist?
Like both wise, like I love both the art and the writing.
I think he's saying three. You can choose three. What's your favorite story? Who's your favorite author? Who's your favorite artist? And if they're all the same thing, then you just answer with one answer.
Technically, I mean, I would say Harleen, but technically it's just Mad Love, but modern. So I don't know if that really counts for story, because it's basically a story that already existed.
Oh yeah, it counts. Because he puts his own spin on it and makes it different. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So for story, I would say Harleen. Author, probably still Paul Dini, but I really, really love Carl Castle's Harley.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did a great job on her series, and I would love to see him do her again. In the future. I also really, really enjoyed Stephanie Phillips recently. I'm kind of cheating. I'm just throwing multiple names.
It's our stream. You can cheat all you want. You can do whatever you want.
And for artists, I would say Amanda Conner.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I love when you do that.
They're talking to each other in the chat. This is a good question. Your origin story. What is your origin of how you got into collecting comics or Omnis?
Into collecting, or how I got into reading comics to
I
begin
think
with?
reading, yeah. Let's start with reading when you started and how.
So I used to be a sweet, innocent 15-year-old girl who one day was on YouTube and stumbled upon the trailer, the first trailer, I believe, of Suicide Squad. I don't know what drew me to watch it, because beforehand I didn't really care about superhero movies. I would watch them with my sister, all the Marvel ones, because she loved those.
Mm.
And I just never really cared for them. But something possessed me to watch that video, and Harley caught my attention right from the first second. And after I watched that trailer, I looked up what's the character's name, and then I Googled her, and that really led me into this rabbit hole of starting to read a bunch of Harley comics. I first started with Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor's New 52 run.
Yes.
That was the most recent one, so I was like, let's just start there. And then I started going backwards, and through her older comics and stories that she was in, I got to know like Batman and other Batman characters in the DC universe, and that kind of made me fall in love with other characters and wanting to read more about those characters. So that was really the beginning of everything. When it comes to collecting, though, that only started 3 years ago, I guess, when I started watching the YouTube channels like yours and
Nobody else's. Thank
Omar's.
you. No, that's okay. Just mention mine.
you can maybe edit out the last part.
I talked over it, so no one heard that. So your collection's really only 3 years old. You've made some big headway in 3 years.
Yeah, I wasted a lot of money.
No. You spent your money wisely, because comic books are fun to read. That's why
That is
I
true.
have this channel, because of how much fun they are.
Actually, Jess, I wanted to ask you a question about Harley.
Okay.
You have a least favorite version of Harley that you don't want her to come back?
Animated or in the books
In the
or
comics?
in the comics? I would say I would say that the one I don't want to come back is the one that loves Mr. J and calls him Puddin'. I understand that the characters evolved from that, but when I got to really, really love her is when she broke out on her own and left the Joker behind. So that's the version I don't really. I mean, I read it and understand it and enjoy it, but I also like her better on her own. I think she's a much stronger character with a lot
I
more
agree.
layers.
My least favorite, I would say, would have to be Suicide Squad 2011.
Yeah, the Rebirth run.
No, this is the
I'm
New
sorry, New
52.
52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it was at a time when DC was like, let's just turn everything into super edgy. And I just really don't enjoy this Harley. Like, I read this series once, and it's the one series that I will never want to go back to.
I don't think I've read it since it came out. I have it collected, but I don't think I've read it since it came out.
Honestly, you can skip it. If you don't like Harley with Joker, she does some crazy things for Joker here.
Okay, good. I don't even remember it, really. I don't remember it to even have an opinion on it right now. But okay, if that's what you say, I mean, you and I vibe with Harley, so yeah, you must be right. And so let's see, I'm 15 minutes behind on comments, which is fine. What's up, Omnis of Canines and the least stoppable bar I know?
Thank you, Bunkmaster.
Hayden plays Starfire and Teen Titans Go. Okay.
But when does she play Harley?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know that she also voiced Black Widow a bunch of times.
Oh, in some kind of animated thing?
Yeah. I don't remember which, but I remember that I haven't watched it personally, but I remember that I've read about it.
Oh, okay. The two animated Suicide Squad movies.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she's all right.
Yeah. I actually saw one of those because then it had a follow-up comic that was collected. It was actually good, and I can't.
Was it the Arkham one or Hell to Pay?
Hell to Pay? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was an
enjoyed
okay
that.
movie. You like that?
Yeah, I liked Hell to Pay, and I liked the follow-up book to it.
Yeah, I don't really have strong feelings for that movie. Like, I don't dislike it, and I also don't like it.
So it's not overrated, it's not underrated, it's just
Yeah, it's kind of
rated.
like in the middle. Yeah.
Just rated.
But she does do a good job there as Harley. She sounds a lot like Tara.
Hebrew's hard was learning curses from Bar. Need to learn more. Learning how to swear in Hebrew. Okay.
And he was awfully bad at it too. Imagine not knowing how to curse.
Yeah, you need to know how in every language, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing you learn when you learn a new language.
Right. Do you think DC will allow Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy to get married? I don't know. Do they want to even get married? I think it's more fun that they are just dating.
I mean, I don't think they will want to get married. I don't think Ivy actually really believes in that system of marriage, like character-wise, but also when it comes to DC allowing them, DC doesn't really like their characters getting married. They love the option of breaking them up and bringing them back together like they do with Batman and Catwoman.
Yeah.
I don't really, I mean, it's the same thing they did with Batwoman, who was about to get married. So I don't think they will, but it doesn't really have to do with the fact that it's Harley and Ivy, more like a DC thing.
Here's Super Laugh Hard all the way from
Super
Scotland.
New Orleans?
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland.
I don't know what this comment means. Who's Cytorak? Cytorak? Is that like a transformer or something, or what is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, another question. Another question that we don't know. Here's a question for you.
The Unstoppable Bar, also on the Harley Quinn note, are you looking forward to seeing Lady Gaga's interpretation of her in Joker 2? Yeah, I think that Lady Gaga will do well. I think that she has a persona that, I mean, Lady Gaga is very much a character in a way. And I feel that her persona very much fits Harley, or at least the style of Harley that they're going for in that movie. I still have my expectations pretty low for that movie, but not because of Lady Gaga, more to do with how they're going to treat the Harley and Joker relationship. I'm still not entirely sure about that. Also, it's a musical, so that's gotta be cool. But
hey, we have very fine condition on right now. What's up, buddy?
My channel.
Say that again. I didn't hear you. What?
Jim is? Yes, are you serious? You wouldn't even read comics?
What? Speak up. What?
Siderack Jim.
Siderack. Who's that?
The Siderack Jim. Yes, we talked about it on Omnibros. How do you not remember any of this?
The Siderack Gem.
Who is that?
That bar just
remember. Anyway, keep on doing your thing, man. Love y'all. Bye bye.
He just called to jam me up about the Siderack Gem. Okay. Who would you like to write and draw a Harley story that has not done it already? Any thoughts on that?
I would like to see Chip Zdarsky do Harley. I think he does humor very well.
Yeah.
And I think that I have a bit of a problem with some Harley stories in recent years, that I feel like Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner started something new with her, and all the writers that came afterwards are kind of trying to duplicate what they did, you know, kind of like throwing Harley in random situations and like getting her messed up in things. And I would like a new writer to kind of shake things up a bit again, like take her in a bit more serious route maybe. And I think Chip Zdarsky can really dig deep into Harley's character, her psyche, and still have the funny side of Harley there.
That's a good point. I just read Batman Failsafe last night, and I liked it so much. I continued to read it on the DC app, and that is really an excellent book. That's really a great Batman book.
Really? I haven't read that yet.
Yeah, you do need to have a little... It digs deep because it takes references from Tower of Babel when Batman was found out to have secret plans to defeat all the other members of the Justice League in case they got out of control. And then it also pulls on Grant Morrison's interpretation of the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. And so you need to kind of have a little bit of background in Batman to really get it.
Yeah.
But it's really entertaining, really good, especially where he takes it after the first book.
Oh, I'll make sure to add it to my reading list.
Yeah.
Reading list.
The famous bar from Darkwave Fairy.
Hi, Darkwave Fairy. How are you?
I don't wear shoes in the shower, but when in college, I would wear flip-flops in the shower because I am not into communal showers. So I would wear my flip-flops into the shower. Yeah, because I'm not standing where 300 other people in my dorm stood. So, yeah.
But you're okay with bringing in germs from outstairs into your house.
Now that I heard there's such a danger to my household health, I'll start considering it. Harley, did you guys read Thorns? I did. The young adult book about Ivy. Way darker than the HG So, but it feels like it could be in the same universe. There it is. What did you think of that book?
I love that book. I love that they released it for the Pride Month.
Okay.
It's probably one of the best retellings of Ivy's origin story. And honestly, I prefer that sort of origin story for Ivy with her father rather than the Floronic Man.
Right.
I think it gives it a bit more depth to her character and why she became the way that she is. And I really, really love this book. So anyone who really wants to get into Poison Ivy and read a good origin story for her, this is a good one. It may be a young adult book, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, you don't even notice.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. A lot of those young adult books are extremely readable for adults, and they're kind of a happy, not happy accident, but a happy boon to us that they're out for young adults. But people that aren't young adults, well, you're still a young adult, but I think that's more like middle school or high school they were going for.
I would say I'm a bit older than young adult.
Yeah.
I'm probably not the target audience anymore.
No, but to me, you are a young adult. Yeah.
Well, when you put it like that, maybe.
No, nobody brick breaker. Just relax, guys. Just relax. Hey, here's Zach. Good to see you, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
You think we can get Jess to be an hour late on the chat? Let's see. When was that? 1:21?
I think that's very doable.
I think you're right. Hey, just watched season 3 finale of Stargirl. So good. I will miss the series so much. I need to see that.
I watched like 3 episodes of that show, and it was really good. I don't know why I didn't really stick around with that show. Maybe it was the fact that it moved to the CW that kind of turned me off from it. But I was told that the quality stayed very high even after they took over.
I think that I heard that too. So sad the Paper Girls show didn't continue. Rick Ray says
same Williams.
I think he means biased, unless based is
no based is like
based.
Oh, she's so right. She's completely correct. I agree with her.
What? Who? With
When
Hannah?
yeah, he says that she's based, that she has good opinions.
Oh, but wait, you
He's
don't
talking
think
about
you don't?
the Paper Girls situation, I think.
She didn't like Paper Girls.
Yeah, and he agrees with her.
What? And how did I miss this? This young adult based word. I haven't heard about it. Bar's right. Hannah is very wrong about so many things. It sounds like there's a lot of you in that Discord chat.
Thank you, Bunkmaster.
Peace and love, Space Monkey. Paper Girls is great. How can you hate a book that starts out with a kid delivering newspapers in a Cleveland suburb? Do we not all identify with that? I was born, excuse me, in Akron, so I was, and a lot of my mom's relatives were in Cleveland, so I know Cleveland well.
That's exactly why I love it, because of Cleveland.
Right. Hey guys, thanks for all the wonderful content, if I may. Is that a Green Arrow book on the top left shelf?
Yeah, it's by Kevin Smith. It's the Absolute Edition.
Ah, okay.
You know, this edition is very hard to get.
Oh, it is?
Like, yeah, it costs a fortune online on resellers because it has been out of print for years. And just one day I walked into a random bookstore that has like 4 comic books there, and they had this one for like $20.
Oh, whoa, I love hearing that.
Yeah, and I was like, whatever, give it to me. They're like, it's damaged. I'm like, whatever. And it didn't really have any damage at all. Like, it's all good.
Score, nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, now they're plotting to try and drag this out for me to not be able to catch up. I see I even have a super chat, so I got to get there for that. Go to Evond, OmniDog, in the Unstoppable Bar. How did I do that? Go to Evond?
Go to Evond.
Go to Evond?
What language is that?
Maybe German. Where's Axel? Where are you from? Maybe.
Go to Evond.
I might have insulted him by saying German. I shouldn't have even said anything. He's
something European.
Something European, yeah.
Yeah.
He liked the stream from both of his YouTube accounts.
Aw, thanks,
Jake. And how was that? Well, I'll find out the answer in 15 minutes, but did you enjoy your strawberry shortcake McFlurry last night? Okay, here it is. If you guys want to vote on my hair dye color when I hit 8,000 subs, there's the link for it. Thank you, James.
Do it, please. For my sanity. Do it.
Do it to support Bar. This was approved by upper and junior management. Yes, it was.
Of course it is approved. This is a chance to make fun of Jess for like a week. Do you think they'll skip that opportunity?
No, upper management is probably still asleep. She sent me pictures and videos of what they were doing last night, and it looked like it included a lot of tequila and maybe smokables. So I don't no, she's still asleep, and she may not feel good when she wakes up. Okay, don't even take Cycle's word.
Oh my god, Jess, I'm looking at the current chat and things are happening there. You're gonna get there in like 30 minutes.
Okay, let's see.
I see Melanie here.
Astonishing Melanie?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'm skipping. Well, Cycle's like half the chat, so I can skip all of him.
I think she was the one who sent the
super chat?
Yeah, the super chat.
Oh, there's Astonishing Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie.
That's actually a really cute picture of you, Melanie.
Yeah.
Zorp Mad Love is his favorite. Now everybody's happy that Melanie's in the chat. But that okay, that's good. That's good. No, I'm not gonna. Okay, don't be spamming. I'm not gonna get any spamming. Okay, we know. I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I think I think you don't like her, right?
I am not a big fan.
Okay, yeah, a roguish.
I'm hoping she'll win me over with this Harley run.
Yeah. Washing dishes and listening. Jake says, just told me last night I'd never be as good of a co-host as Bar, and I know he's right. Comics are innocent. Wait.
I agree. That's just not true. I'm still very innocent and sweet.
Oh, okay. This is from 15 minutes ago when you were talking about Suicide Squad. Was it the first Suicide Squad or the second one?
The first one. Yeah, I was 15 years old then.
Yeah, where she was the only good thing in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And the music. I thought the music was good.
Somehow the movie didn't turn me off from reading the comics.
That's amazing. Yeah. I agree that she was the highlight of that movie, and that's when I really started digging Margot Robbie.
I agree.
Well, I dug her before, but then I really, really dug her after that.
You know how long it took me to realize that she was the one from the Will Smith movie? Because I actually was obsessed with that movie just because she looked good in it.
Oh, what one? The Will Smith movie? I don't think I've seen it.
James, maybe you can pull it up. But she did a Will Smith movie beforehand, like 2 or 3 years beforehand. And she looked really good in there, and I developed a bit of a crush on her. And then when I watched the trailer, I didn't even recognize it was her. I believe only after I watched the movie, I realized that it's the same actress. You could say this is also my Margot Robbie stan origin story.
Yeah, probably same with me. I swear Omar just came in and heard that. Okay, that's what he called. So I'm getting closer. Oh, I'm still 20 minutes behind. Rest in peace, Bar's wallet because of Jess.
That's true.
Okay, now Cycle's arguing with Melanie about the same book. Good heavens. Oh, it's Jake. Jake, thank you for the super chat. Watching this just proves Bar is the better co-host. P.S. This super chat is for Bar, not to go to more Jenny's ice cream. Did you hear that part? I think you may have gone to sleep last night after we talked about my daughters and my wild spending spree on incredibly expensive ice cream to be delivered to my house while upper level management is out of town.
What kind of ice cream?
It's good, but it's not worth $12 a pint.
That's the $12 thing?
Yeah.
I rewatched a part of. I didn't really get to watch everything, but I saw Josh's comment making fun of you for saying that $12 is too much. Like something about like spending $800 on like something animated cell or something.
I said I would have back in 2016 spent $800 on an animated cell. Yeah.
I still don't know what animated cell is.
That's they take an original clip, you know, they run them all together. They're individual things. How do I explain this? Animation typically is for the whole thing. There's probably like thousands of cells put together to create the action. So a cell is just a clip of the action. Actually, I have a cell. Let me take you in. My mic muted. I do have 2 cells. One of the first things I ever bought back in 1984, I think. I'll show you what an animation cell is.
And how much did that cost you?
Oh, they weren't very expensive. They were I bought them framed, and I need to find a place to put them to hang them. Okay, let's set it right here. I know the light's not good in this room right now, but this is like an animation cell.
Oh, wow, this is pretty. Why don't you hang it up?
I just haven't found the right place yet for it. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of glare here. And I'm still getting glare. I'll take you back to the other room. I got 2 Chuck Jones animation cells just because I loved them. I didn't think that they would be an investment or anything. And they were hanging up in our old house. And I just haven't found a place down here yet to hang them. Let's see. Is this better? Yeah. And in it, Pepe Le Pew. Are you familiar with Bugs Bunny?
I am.
Okay, yeah. This is Pepe Le Pew, and he's a skunk, and this is the cat that he falls in love with. And he's saying, I am a satire, yes? Instead of a satyr.
I don't think I've watched that one, though. I don't recognize these characters.
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew was a Looney Tune character.
Yeah, I watched maybe I just don't remember. I was very little.
If you watched like the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner cartoon hour, as I did with my dad, there'd be like a Pepe Le Pew short in there too.
Pepe Le Pew, is that like a French name?
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew, because he smells Le Pew.
Le Pew.
Pew, yeah. Pew is like pew.
Pew.
In English, yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Oh, this is interesting. I didn't know this.
Bar, I remember that you weren't a fan of Harley from the White Knight series. Have you kept up to date with that series? I am not a fan of that series. That's true. It's not that I haven't. I read a bit of it. I'm not a fan of the concept for Harley. Have you read it?
Yeah, I read it, did a video on it, and I actually really loved it. But
yeah. I don't know. I don't like this idea of like splitting Harley. Like basically there are 2 versions of Harley, right? Like the real Harley, the original one, and then you have Neo Joker, that is like the new Harley that tries to take over the role after the original Harley leaves him, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I get the idea. I feel like it was trying to like criticize sort of how DC changed Harley over the years. Like there's the old Harley and the new Harley.
Oh, I like
and kind of taking a spin on it, you know? And I don't know, I'm just not really a big fan of the concept for it. And I mean, this original Harley is the one that turns into a hero, right? Like the first Harley. And then you have Neo Joker being a villain. And I feel like Neo Joker is supposed to like represent modern Harley, so they kind of turned things around. While the original Harley is like classic Harley, Batman the Animated Series Harley.
Yeah. I did a video on it. I think with Criminal Sanity, I really liked it because I thought, well, the whole concept of that Murphyverse, the Sean Murphyverse, his wife wrote that book. I liked that she was a mom and still had her hyenas and was still really smart and was willing to help Bruce Wayne in the Harley book. Yeah. And still willing to help Bruce Wayne, and I felt she was treated with respect, but I get what you're trying to say. Maybe watch my video and see if I can convince you in the video. James, can you put up the link to that Harley video where I think I can't remember the name of it, but that doesn't matter to James. He's going to pick it up. He'll figure it out.
I just have to go for like 30 seconds. My dad is calling me for some reason. Okay.
That's fine. The meetup with Omar was great. We had lunch and then we went to a small comic shop that was very uninspiring, but I had a great lunch with Omar and his daughter Alicia. We had a great time. I know I already got to your super chat, but yeah, I am behind. I think it's more fun for Harley and Ivy dating than getting married. I think I agree. Okay, it looks like Jake and Bunkmaster having something going on together. I'll come back to that. Apollo and Midnight Forever. They are a great couple. It is just me handling these. And I agree with this, Kenny. Yeah, Batman. It would have been great if Batwoman had gotten married at the end of that run. Cyteract, the gem that makes Juggernaut like Juggernaut. Oh yeah, we did talk about that, like for a split second. And I'm not the hugest Juggernaut fan, but I love Omar called to yell at me, so that's fine. Editorial mandates of characters not getting married hits me hard as a Spidey fan. Yeah, they've been yanked Spidey up and down. So, okay, I actually do remember. Okay, the God who powers Juggernaut. Right, I do remember that now. -10 on Marvel knowledge. Sorry, guys. Right? Omar's going to yell at me and Patty's going to want to tell me about her day. I just, Yep.
Sorry, my dad has some trouble with his Disney, with Disney Plus, and he told me forgetting that I'm doing this stream.
Oh no, that's fine. Hey, Disney Plus is important. I call my daughter when things don't go right on the TV too.
Yeah, he's trying to watch some Star Wars show, and for some reason he couldn't turn on the subtitles, and it really annoyed him.
I don't blame him. Okay. Yeah, he actually'd me. You're right. He went actual on me.
That's very petty of him.
Yeah. Okay, you did answer that. Juggernaut. Well, this is a good point. If Patty knew what was in the Cyteract gem, I'd take her calls too. Here's a question for you about the CW.
The Unstoppable Bar. Did you watch any of the CW DC TV shows? I loved for most of its run Supergirl and The Flash, and really love currently Superman and Lois, and love Smallville back in the day. I did watch a bit of the CW shows. I watched 2 seasons of Supergirl, and I think I watched a bit of season 3, but that's when I kind of like left that show. I watched the first season of Batwoman. I didn't really have a lot of faith in it, but I love Batwoman, so I kind of had to watch it anyways. What else did I watch? I think I watched first season of Flash, but many years ago, so I barely remember it. But yeah, I think those are the shows that I watched.
Speaking of Batwoman, do you have the Detective Comics Rebirth run? It's like a Bat Family run, Detective Comics.
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Oh, the Rise and Fall of Batman, or the Batman, or whatever it is. That's like
by James Tynion, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good Batwoman book because she's the leader of the team. It's a better Batwoman book than the Rebirth Batwoman book. So if you can ever get a hold of that, I'm sure if it's not in print now, I'm sure it will get back into print, and I think you dig it because it's a lot of good Batwoman.
Do you know if it's in like a hardcover, deluxe edition, or something?
It's an omnibus, a big chunky omnibus.
Oh, really? The entire like run, is she like throughout the entire series?
Yeah, it was. I think it was 6 hardcovers or 4. I can't remember. I have the hardcovers in the other room, the oversized hardcovers. So if you can't get the omnibus, the Rebirth oversized hardcovers are just as good because they're oversized, and it's really good.
No, I'll look it up right after that. This is why they warned you. They warned me more like that I'm gonna spend my money after this.
Now, do you know enough Marvel that you? This is actually a good question. Who'd be good for Harley Quinn to team up with? Have you read Gwenpool at all?
Yes, I have. It's one of my favorite
Yes.
Marvel series ever.
Mm.
I
Right
love
on.
that comic. But I think maybe Deadpool would also be a good crossover with Harley. I think they'll fight a lot with one another and it'll be fun, like seeing them like banter. And Gwenpool, yeah. So, and Howard the Duck too.
Oh,
Howard the Duck and
Duck.
Harley.
Good call. Howard the
Yeah.
Duck.
Let me put it back.
I already think I know the answer to this question. I'm not sure why I'm going to show it, but I will anyway.
What's your opinion on Punchline? And this is trying to get her at the level of Harley. Look, nobody can be on the level of Harley. No matter how much they try, she can't be Harley. But no, more seriously, I mean, obviously, she was made to be like a replacement for classic Harley. For those, they're trying to please everyone. There are a lot of people who want classic Harley back, and we all know they're not really going to bring that version of Harley back, like lovesick Joker Harley girl. And so they were trying to kind of please everyone by creating another classic Harley with Punchline, but someone who is a bit more edgier. They fixed basically a lot of the sexist problems that were with the classic Harley. They made Punchline a lot more independent and like not dependent on Joker as Harley was. What do I think of her though? I think she's kind of just there. I don't think she's. I would like to see her become more of her own character for her to become interesting. Just because I like Harley, just because I love Harley, doesn't mean that I want like duplicates of her character. I want Punchline to be her own interesting character with her own story, her own journey. And once she gets her own personality and story and stuff, maybe I'll find more interest in her in the future.
Well, I'm glad I highlighted that. That was a really in-depth, well thought out answer when I thought you were just going to go Punchline. So I'm glad I highlighted that.
That's what you would have done.
No, I may have just gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you think? Yeah, that is what I would have said. Now, I haven't read this yet. What's the best? I haven't read the Catwoman Lonely City. It's in my stack of DC that I'm going to read this weekend.
Haven't read that yet either. I need to though.
So there's a good version of Poison Ivy in there. Okay, Bunkmaster, thank you.
Josh has been telling me to read that book.
A lot of people have been. Minister of Comics really liked it too. This is true. The world hasn't beaten her down yet, right, Josh? That's why my eyes are dead.
Nah, I'll always have those happy eyes as long as we talk about Harley Quinn, about comics. Hey, Astonishing Melanie, how long ago was that?
That was 1:43, so a half an hour ago.
She's probably not even here anymore.
Yeah, she's probably done with the dishes and moved on with her day.
How are you, Melanie? I'm happy you got to join in.
Here's our buddy Hayden from Scotland also.
Hey, Hayden. My Harley competitor.
Hannah has the worst opinions, period. I'm very sad to see Rick Ray, who generally has good opinions, is being corrupted by Hannah's terrible opinions. Now, I haven't seen Hannah before. She's just in the Discord chat with you guys?
She's like a ghost. She's there, but never there. You know, like you will never know she's there.
Okay.
But not nearly as cool as a ghost.
Oh, Astonishing Melanie also super chatted us. Thank you,
Astonishing. That's what I said earlier. Thank you, Melanie.
I think this Discord is a feature of the Patreon for very fine condition, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still trying to get Jess to do a Discord, guys. Don't worry, I'm working on it.
Yeah, a lot of people found that Kevin Smith at Ollie's 2 years ago. That's interesting. and now it's hard to find.
Oh yeah, I mean, look it up on eBay.
Oh, she can't type or super chat. Don't miss it. I think you're pretty.
Thank you, Melanie.
Nice.
I think you're pretty too, Melanie. Thank you.
There we go. She's still yelling at you.
Because this is what I do to her. I think she's trying to do like payback.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't know that you're so late on the chat.
I don't have a Melanie that keeps up on the comments.
Left the stream thinking that we completely ignored her.
Yeah, everybody that's commenting now, realize I'll get to you at 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in 3 hours. Oh, see, now we have hurt feelings because I haven't. I'm so bad at catching up on the chat. But then we get into conversation, and Melanie, what am I supposed to do? I can't win.
Melanie, if you're seeing this is not my fault. This is all Jess. 100% Jess.
Ah, okay, here we go. It's Dutch.
Oh,
and my
really?
pronunciation sucks. Okay. Okay. My Dutch sucks. Sam is here and has a question for you.
Is there anyone Bar likes besides Harley Quinn and Elektra? Poison Ivy. She's probably my closest second. He thinks I love Elektra because I have a crush on Elektra. I think people need to differentiate. I love Harley, but I don't have a crush on her. Like, a lot of people were surprised when I said that my list of hottest female characters, Harley wasn't on there because I don't view her that way.
Mm-hmm.
Elektra would be on that list. Very hot.
Characters, hottest characters.
Yeah.
Who
characters that I would like to date.
Okay, who are like the top 5 characters that you'd like to date? Let's see if we have them in common.
Poison Ivy, Wonder Woman, Big Barda, Elektra, and probably Catwoman.
Oh, Catwoman. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Batwoman too.
Batwoman, yeah. I would probably throw in Scarlet Witch, Rogue, Emma Frost, and Magic.
Oh, and Magic, yeah.
I would say X-23, except I don't know if she's of age. She might be under 18. Is she over 18?
I think she's in her 20s in her series.
Fair game then. Fair game. Let's see who else. Oh, Power Girl. Zatanna is one of my faves. I love Zatanna. Wish they'd put a good writer on her for like a 50. They did have a long run of her a while ago. I think that Paul Dini wrote. Yeah. But yeah, that's funny. I don't necessarily have a crush on Harley too. I just like reading about her.
Right? Like, it's very different kind of love. Like, there's characters that you're like, oh, this character is very hot and it's fun to look at when she's drawn right. And there's characters that you simply like reading their stories. But he asked me what other female characters I love besides Harley. Then I would say Poison Ivy is up there. Wonder Woman, Batgirl, Batwoman. Yeah.
To read about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Characters.
Not necessarily.
I just started rereading this Wonder Woman series. I've read it years ago and I loved it so much. But these days I only remember that I loved it. I don't actually remember what happens there. It was like 7 years ago that I read it.
Yeah.
So I just started rereading that one. So I'm falling in love with Wonder Woman all over again.
That's great. I'm like that with all my books. But it's 3 weeks ago that I forget, not 7 years ago. So I have to keep rereading everything. Okay, here's the information. Yeah, the Discord is for patrons. You guys pay very fine condition $5 a month. Man, I gotta get a Discord going.
I pay $7.
$7?
Yeah.
He's charging you $7?
And that's not the highest. That's not the highest tier. There are higher than that.
This guy's gouging people. What's the highest tier?
I mean, I'm telling you, get into that game, dude.
That's a quote. Get into that game, dude. Okay. Oh, the movie. The movie was Focus. I don't think I ever heard that movie.
I knew I could trust James.
Yeah.
Just the second that I said I couldn't remember, I knew James will come with the facts.
Did you enjoy that movie?
Yeah, it's a fun movie. They're both thieves in that movie.
Oh, I'm sold. I love thief movies. I love thieves that steal stuff and run around staying just ahead of the law or whatever. Yeah, okay. I love it already. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I'm not lying. I don't know that that's where my crush on her started, though. I think my crush on her started when she was Harley.
That one I watched after I watched Suicide Squad. And I watched it only for her because honestly, I found the movie a bit boring.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you know, Margot Robbie in that movie is worth the watch.
Yeah, she's fairly
for
incredible.
multiple reasons.
Yeah. Hey, Torsten. Now we're getting back to the animation cell. It's a frame of animation. There we go. Oh, good. Raphael, cartoons are 24 pictures in a second. One cell is one of those pictures.
How do you get them, though? Like, are they just randomly up for sale?
This was in an art gallery in Carmel back in like 1984. So it's all framed and probably charged me too much for it. And signed by Chuck Jones, blah, blah, blah.
Does it say if it's authentic, though, when you buy it?
Yeah, it's got a seal right here from his daughter.
Oh.
It says Linda Jones, because I think she was handling his estate, unless that's his wife. Linda is a relative of his in some way. And last night, did you catch the part where Jake was saying he wanted to buy the animation cell from, I think, Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That was $800.
One that was more interesting. There was like $300 or $400 ones with like probably the exhaust pipe of the Batmobile driving away. And if you wanted to get Batman in a cell, that was probably $800.
Can't you just take a screenshot from the episode, hang it on your wall?
Well, now that's a good way to think about it. Has Pepe really been canceled and removed from history? Pepe Le Pew? He might have been a little aggressive with his flirting. But he was a skunk and she was a cat.
She could still be around. I just really don't remember that. It's probably part of my childhood that I completely forgot.
Yeah. This is for you.
Bar, what would you do with Harley if you could ride her? Honestly, as I said, like when I said Chip Zdarsky, I really want because these days it's all Harley getting thrown into weird, crazy situations, and she's trying to get out of it. That's pretty much like the synopsis of most of her comics in recent years. And I would like to change things up a bit. I think they're doing really well with Harley in Elseworld stories, where they allow themselves to go a bit darker and more serious. But I would like a newer series that really is more like, I don't know, maybe a character study. I want to see the dark side of Harley. I think people tend to forget that Harley is a very tragic character. She has a lot of trauma to from her past, and I would like to see that a bit more. I mean, I love funny Harley, don't get me wrong, and I love random Harley, but I would also like to see the more serious and darker side of her.
Okay, that's a really good answer. I really like it. I don't know that there's an answer to this, who the face is of, but what do you think?
You're right. There's not really an answer for it. With Batwoman, the thing is they bring her back every year for Pride Month, but for the rest of the year, they mostly forget about her since her Rebirth series. I mean, she appears here and there in comics. Harley is probably the most prominent. I don't know if the face, but she's probably the most prominent LGBTQ plus character they have.
Okay.
I think that's fair to say.
How about Marvel? Do you?
With Marvel, America Chavez, maybe.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've read enough America to know that she was LGBTQ.
Yeah, she's a lesbian.
Okay.
And maybe the son of Wanda.
Oh,
What's
that's
his name? Billy?
Wiccan?
Wiccan and Hulking. I know they are a very popular couple.
Right. I just started this is actually Cycle Cleveland's right about these sweet kale chopped salad kits from Costco. They are really good.
We don't have Costco here.
Oh, I was actually wondering about that when we started talking about pie late last night.
I'm not 100% certain what Costco is, if I'm honest.
If you can imagine, it's a big, huge store where they sell really high quality items in bulk. But you can't go in there and buy a small box of rice. Like if you want minute rice or something, they have a big burlap sack of rice for some family that goes through rice like that. But then if you want, it's harder to buy for just my wife and I now because there's just two of us. And if you want to get mustard from there, we can't use a 55-gallon drum size of mustard. So we go there for like detergent or laundry detergent. They sell really good rotisserie chicken. Their food is really good. They have a famous hot dog that's really good and a famous chicken bake and pie now, of course, that everybody talks about. It's got everything: clothes, bikes, computers, bicycles.
It's like a Walmart, basically, but
yeah, but way more upscale than Walmart. It's really nice.
Cheaper? Is it like supposed to be cheaper?
Yeah, it's all you go there to save money. Yeah, because you're buying, like a 12-pack of paper towels, like that.
That's crazy. Who needs that many?
Well, families could use that. And when we lived in our other house, which had more storage room, I get towels and laundry detergent and stuff and stick them in the sort of storage room area. We don't have that here. So we can't get a 12-pack of paper towels anymore.
I see.
He didn't steal anything from me. I kept him away from my house. We had lunch downtown DC.
Do you want to do the what we recommend for Harley reads?
Yeah, let's show James's work here. This is where I did the review: Joker, Killer Smile, White Knight, Curse of the White Knight. Joker, Killer Smile. I didn't like that. I got rid of it. White Knight, really? Curse of the White Knight. No, I think the one. No, that's not it, James. That's a Batter Days in the Batcave. I did a solo one where I did a review of Harley Criminal Sanity and the Murphyverse Harley Quinn, whatever it's called. Wait, is it up here or why don't I have it right here? That's weird that it's not here. I think I must have kept it with the Murphyverse books. Yeah, I didn't like Joker, Killer Smile, which is...
I have the first 2 issues of that.
That's a rare Jeff Lemire book that I didn't like.
What didn't you like about it? Like, generally?
It seems sort of dull and repetitive to me. And I didn't feel like it was a gripping... It didn't even need to be a gripping story, but it was a story that didn't grab me.
Oh, okay.
So, that's not quite the one, James. It's one that I did. It's an OmniDog's Vault one of Criminal Sanity, and then the Murphyverse Harley. Let me try and catch up on a little bit. Okay, here's Joe Cool. When I was a kid, everything the cable channels changed, and my grandfather needed his VCR reprogrammed. That was an easy $20. Okay. Yeah, VCRs were hard to program. I remember that. Curly Bar.
I was alive back then, I think. Hi, Joe Cool.
Yeah, no, you probably weren't. Every other dialogue was "you lied to me." Okay, the detective run is 4 deluxes, the oversized hardcovers, or you can get it in an omnibus.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll check up on it later.
Okay, this is where I get way behind in comments, but I'm gonna let Bar address the question. Go ahead, Bar. You have the floor now.
Okay, so as I promised that I was going to go back to this one, I would say that this is a good place to start with Harley Quinn. This is the Carl Castle run, with Terry Dodson on art. Unfortunately, they only released half of the series in these deluxe editions. I think DC kind of forgot the series exists.
Yeah, that was weird. I have 2 nice hardcovers, and then I have 2 more paperbacks. That I hate that.
Me too. It's annoying, but anyways, DC, you know.
Oh, Melanie's still here as of 20 minutes ago. Keep going. I'm just going to put stuff up in the chat.
So, anyways, I think this is a good place to start because I think if you really like the animated series and what they did with Harley Quinn, this was basically the first time Harley got out of Joker's shadow. This was in the year 2000, so this was Harley's first ongoing series. In the first issue, Joker still appears, but this is really a good way, even if you're not very familiar with her relationship with Joker. I think this is like the first issue is doing a good way to introduce you to their dynamic, their relationship, and making you root for Harley, to listen to Poison Ivy and leave him already. And basically, entire series is Harley really going on a journey to figure out who she is and trying to see how she will do solo, basically. So if you're looking for a Harley start, I think this is a really, really good place to start.
Plus, it has that Terry Dodson art, which is so good.
Yeah, if you want, I can show you some.
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my friend Mallory. How's it going, Mallory?
Hi, Mallory.
Big fan of the show. Now she'll be a big fan of Barb. Good, I bet. Oh, wait, let me highlight you. Just a sec. Okay, there you are.
This is Terry Dodson art on this book. I think is really good for Harley. You know what? For that question earlier about my favorite artist, I would say Terry Dodson is up there with Amanda Conner.
Yeah.
He draws a really good classic Harley look. It makes her, a lot of people are like, back then, it doesn't make sense for Harley to continue with this look. It looks very cartoonish, but I think he did a really, really good job of making the art not so cartoonish while still making the outfit look cool, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Do you have one that you want to recommend? Another one?
First, this is why it doesn't help when we have an English teacher watching the show, because because I remember that I said that and I tried to backpedal and get out of it when we were talking about focus. So yeah, she caught me on that one.
She's doing to you what she does to Omar all the time.
Oh, okay, good. Here's Art Walker.
Hey, Art Walker. How are you?
Okay, everybody's talking about did you see the most recent Catwoman animated movie with Batwoman?
I have.
You have? Is it good?
It's alright. It's fun.
Is it worth my watching?
Yeah, I think you should watch it. Like, I wouldn't say it's one of their best ones. I love the art style. It's very anime kind of.
Oh, okay.
And the story is pretty cute. Like, it's fun to see. We don't ever really see Catwoman and Batwoman team up with one another, and they have a very fun dynamic in this movie. You kind of just want them to kiss already throughout the entire movie. That's the vibe.
Now here's an important question. What's your favorite candy bar?
Actually, it's one that you probably don't know because it's an Israeli one.
Okay.
It's called Pesach Zman.
And what's the Pesach Zman?
Yeah, it's probably not anything very special. I'm sure you guys have something of that sort. I think it's chocolate and what's inside? There are peanuts inside. It's like yeah, it's very tasty. That's what I know about it.
How about caramel? Is there caramel in it?
It's possible. I think they have different editions of it, so
okay.
But yeah.
Here it is. This is the one you should watch, where I rave about Criminal Sanity and Batman White Knight Harley Quinn. If you want to see why I like that particular book.
I'll make sure to check it out.
Good, because I'm going to have you on next month and see if you watched it. I'm going to quiz you.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to say, did you watch it? Bar's trying to get Jess off tangents after only an hour and 20 minutes. That is not the chat attitude. Yeah, the chat is all about the tangents. She's gone Hollywood on us already. Oh, you can't be here much to enjoy live. Finishing up some uni papers, but all the love to my Harley besties. Love.
Good luck, Hayden.
They're a great person. Yeah, and then this was all a bunch of Costco stuff. Oh, here's Max.
What's up, Max? We were talking about you yesterday about Jesse's daughter.
Yeah, Jess's daughter and the battle for her
for her heart.
Yeah, that made my daughter's week, she said.
Aw, she's too sweet.
I'm getting a little caught up. The Dodsons do great work. Oh,
I agree.
Kane was taking a nap.
Is Rachel also like the artist?
Let's see. Rachel does, I think, the coloring. Maybe. Let's see. Because I got this signed. I forgot.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Yeah.
What a show off.
Rachel Dodson. Oh, she inks him. That's cool.
Is she not on the second book? Because I don't see her name here.
The second book. I read it in floppies, so I don't have. It's still in the wrapper. Yeah, Rachel's. Yeah, Rachel's his inker.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're an awesome team.
They are.
I'll worry about you later. Let's see. Okay, so do you like Black Cat?
I have not read a Black Cat series yet, but I really want to buy the Omnibus. I heard it's a really good series.
It is. I made a whole video on it telling people they needed to buy the Black Cat Omnibus. So
which cover are you going to get for it?
Oh, good question. That brings me to my the nice place to do business, which is Organic Price Books. Code OmniDog, $2 off, and shipping 3 or more books together, 5% off. OmniDog, ship it together. Let me go to Organic Price Books and see both covers, or maybe I can. Let me see. That's a good.
I have a cover that I decided that I want. You
have decided, or you haven't?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have decided.
Okay, let me go to No, that's not what I want to do. Organic.
I really want the Inyo Klee cover. It's so pretty. You gotta see it.
Books. Okay, I will see it in just a sec. Organic books. Organic books. Organic books. Wait, organic priced books.
Oh, you don't even know your own sponsor.
I don't. Organic books. No wonder it didn't show up. Also, I spelled it with a 0. No wonder. The internet's like, get off, loser. Organic prize books. Okay, now let's see. We are looking for Black Cat. Black Cat by Jed McKay. Ah, okay. I think this is going to be the cover I get. I'll share it and see if you agree or you're getting the other one. This is the one I think I'm going to get.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the standard.
That's the standard. Yeah, let's take a look. It's getting, when is it getting released? I think it's getting released in July. Okay, that's the standard. So we will go back to, wait, no, we're on organic price books. Okay.
Just wait until you see the Inukley cover.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see it in just a sec. Black Cat. This one. That one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is beautiful.
Right?
Yeah. You might be changing my mind here. Okay. So
you know what? Go with the other one. More for me. I'll have a higher chance of getting it.
No, it's all right. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll feel back then. Hey, Kane, Hannah, murder. Okay, there's a lot going on in here. Jess, in your defense, I've been called a heart stealing thief. Just saying. I've also been called that. I think Rising that we covered that, right? Yeah, we covered that early on, how you got into collecting comics.
Yeah.
You'll have to go back to the first 20 minutes of the show. I think that was one of the questions. Okay, Joe Cool has Bounty, chocolate and coconut. Here's Terry from Australia.
Oh, you're really catching up. I saw that like 3 minutes ago.
Which dessert is your mom making today? Does she make desserts on Sunday or?
Oh, he's asking that because whenever my mom makes a dessert, I ask Melanie a question like how every stream I ask Melanie which books she's reading right now, and I always compliment her, calling her like my sweet chocolate, my sweet melting chocolate with chip on top and stuff like that. I was like, I take inspiration from whatever my mom's baking for all of these replies.
Oh, okay. Is she making dessert today?
No, she actually wasn't home the entire day.
That's a sad
I think
day.
she just got home, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sad to hear that. Yes, I agree, Kane. And perhaps if Barr sees the video, she might think so too.
I have it.
Oh, you do have it. Okay.
I do.
Okay, good. Well, give it a chance then, maybe.
I mean, I can't resist buying Harley, regardless of what I think.
Same.
Whether I'm going to read it or not, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah. But if maybe my video will help you see why I liked it, and maybe you'll be able to.
You're going to convert me into a White Knight fan, aren't you?
I'd like to. I don't want to. I don't want to influence you. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Since I'm almost caught up, please everybody hit the like button and feel free to subscribe and leave a comment. We're interviewing, if you just stopped in, we're interviewing the unstoppable Bara from Israel, our Israeli correspondent. What other books do you think we should talk about? You wanted my opinion. My opinion is always the first Palmiotti and Connor run. You made a good point about how Carl Kessel was the first one to break her away from Joker. And I collected I collected I think I have all of Harley's everything in floppies. And then I started, so I've quadruple dipped on a lot of it. So I feel like this one took her breaking away from Joker and really establishing herself on her own. She comes into owning a building on Coney Island, and she has a great crew of wacky misfits, and she's also in the roller derby where she gets she's great in that. She's also able to shed her goofy persona for her psychiatrist persona, and she's a psychiatrist also. She's got like three personas in this, and it's very funny. It's really funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a lighter look at Harley while still showing that she's capable. She's a very capable woman. She's my favorite thing is a strong female protagonist, and that's what she is. She ends up with a gang of Harleys later in the run. She's she does break the fourth wall occasionally and talks to the reader. I love her. There's a wiener dog. There's two hyenas. There's a dead beaver that talks to her, a dead scorched up beaver. This is where the animated series got the cyborg guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Which was a funny callback. Cyborgman, exactly. This is just really fun and a good introduction to her. If all you know her by is maybe the animated series, I know Comic Slayer and I are going to review this on her channel.
Oh,
it's what? Yeah, we have about 20 books that we want to review on her channel, and I know that's one of them. I gifted that to her maybe for her birthday last year. I can't remember.
Did Kristen read it?
Not yet. No, that's why we're going to both read it. I'll read it again, and then we'll review it on her channel.
I'm looking forward to that.
Good. The Comic Slayer at YouTube. I'm sure James is already getting the Comic Slayer's link for that.
But no, I agree with everything you said. I mean, I kind of left it out because I thought you would like to say that series.
Sure.
I think it's a great. I mean, that's where I started with Harley and made me go back and read her older stuff. So I do agree that this is a great starting on point for Harley. Also, it set a new status quo for the character that is kept to this day. So if you're interested in reading like modern Harley and continuing her journey from here on forward, I think this is the good place to start.
See, we're already vibing. You knew that I was going to show that without my even saying it, so you didn't show it. This is good. Yeah, exactly. Right. Here's a fair question. What was the first omnibus you both bought?
For me, it was this baby right here. All New Wolverine. I think it was a bit over a year ago. Was it? I don't remember, but this was the first one, and Spider-Gwen was the second one.
Oh, two great choices. I love All New Wolverine.
One of my top favorite. I mean, she just...
Oh, wait a sec.
Oh, yes.
And I got her unmasked in the same pose. There we go. See, we are vibing.
Yes.
We are vibing to the max. My first one was the very first Fantastic Four #1, and it was with really thick pages. It was like that thick. It was super. The pages were, obviously they can't afford to make the pages that thick anymore. But now that it's on like its fourth printing or something, and it's down to like that. But that was the very first one. I read it and enjoyed it, and I ended up selling it when it was, I could make money on it on eBay. I think since I've read it, I don't think I have it in my collection anymore.
Are you sorry you sold it, the original
one?
Are you sorry you sold the original printing?
I kind of am now. You're right, because of those thick pages and how it's so much different from today's. And it was just a beast without being, some of these are 1,500 pages, these Omnis. And they're that thick, but this was just like the first 20 issues and it was this thick, or however many, 25 issues. So for quality purposes and how nice it was, I do kind of regret selling it.
Yeah, it sounds like a DC omnibus. They make them pretty thick.
Yeah, like I haven't even gotten to Green Arrow yet, the two gigantic Mike Grell books.
I mean, I'm reading this Superman right now by Peter J. Tomasi, and the paper in this is very thick. It's a very good omnibus, though.
Oh, yeah, that's the Rebirth Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is great. That is such a good book.
Tomasi, tell Kristen to read it if you really want to convert her into Superman without being pranked.
I'm still stinging from that April Fool's prank. First you, and then Kristen. I was like, what am I doing with my life here? I'm on YouTube Live getting my heart stabbed by these two women in my life. What the hell?
Don't worry, I'll make sure to do it more often.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is actually a fair question. I don't do you read any indie comics in Israel?
I do read. What's the scene like in Israel? I don't know. To be honest, there isn't really a comic book scene in Israel. There are like maybe 3 or 4 comic book stores in the entire country. Oh. Nothing in my city. The closest comic book store is like an hour and a half drive away from me.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea Israel was so comics depleted.
Yeah, I order everything online because you can't get anything here. And even when you do go to a comic book store, Manga and Funko Pops have really taken over the stores.
Funko Pops. I think that's what Max told me, is that he went to a store in the Netherlands and they weren't selling action figures anymore. They were just selling Funko Pops. And I was like, they just dumped 10 million Pops into a landfill and wrote them off. Funko did.
They lost a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm surprised they're still popular.
Oh, I mean, I say that, but I have so many up there.
Oh yeah, I have a couple too. I sold all of them. I used to have a ton of them. Yeah, they were fun to look for. A roguish type is with you.
I agree.
Are you familiar with this Israeli writer?
I think that everything Cycle says he makes up.
No,
I don't believe
this is actually real.
Really?
I think this is a woman, and I think I have some of her stuff.
Ruti Modan. Ah, Ruti Modan.
Oh,
I have Rutu. I read it like that. I
you read it like I would.
I have not read anything but Ruti Modan. Ruti. But
Ruti.
Yeah.
Ruti,
yeah.
Ruti.
I mean, I only found out about her very recently, actually through your chat. People were talking about her, and that's how I found out, but I haven't read anything by her yet.
Okay. Let's see. This is actually a legit question.
I replied to him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, barely.
Oh, is it Rudu or is it Rudy? I thought it was Ruti Modan, but I see other people calling her Rutu. So
how did he miss? No, yeah, it's Rutu, I think. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Oh, she's a cartoonist.
Okay. Apparently everybody's wanting the DM for Black
This
Cat.
is why I'm saying buy the standard, Jess.
Okay. I'm just happy people are digging Black Cat and want to buy the Omni. That's awesome because it's so great. There's an anthology from Lars from Norway. There's an anthology of Israeli creators, including Madan, called How to Love, published many years ago.
How to Love. Oh, I'll have to look it up. I've
Okay.
never heard of this.
I think the answer for me is whatever she's wearing whenever I read her.
My favorite is from her current series. Let me see if I can get a good...
Oh, from the Stephanie Phillips one? Or
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think they changed it again recently. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it.
Okay.
I mean, Derek Chu's covers did a really good job with that outfit.
And what do you think of Riley Rossmo's art? He's a little divisive. Some people love him, some people hate him. What did you think of it?
I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I love cleaner art.
Yeah, I get it.
Art that is more easy on the eyes, kind of.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, let's highlight this outfit.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I really, really love this outfit.
That is really cool.
I think that's a good combination of like classic Harley with modern Harley. I think it just goes really well.
Okay, first, big compliment from Joe Cool. This one is the best stream ever, bar none.
Aw, thank you, Joe Cool.
Yeah, I think that we're having Bar on regularly, and I'm going to sign her to a non-compete contract so that she cannot appear on Very Fine Conditions channel because she's OmniDog's discovery.
I'll take it. I mean, you were the first one to want to do a stream with me, so Omar can take me. He doesn't want to do a stream with me. If Melanie is still there, tell Omar that I'm Jess's now.
Woohoo! Yeah, you're monthly at least. Now this is a good question because I have the book that continues the run after Kessel, considered canon. Okay, I haven't seen good reviews and saw many years ago there are discrepancies with those issues 26 to 38. Maybe that'd be a good assignment for Bar and I is to research that and read it, and we'll see what we think about the those are the ones just past once Kessel leaves the run and AJ Lieberman takes it over. That is in Welcome to Metropolis. No, Vengeance Unlimited is when he takes over. That comes after, I think, Welcome to Metropolis. And he might take over midway through that book. I'm not sure.
I think it is canon, though.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I think that it is. I mean, they didn't really go out of their way to not make it canon. So
yeah, and as far as canon goes,
it's all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like canon, people get hung up on like Star Wars canon and Batman canon and all this stuff is canon. I understand people's wanting things to be in canon, but I just want to read a good story. So if she has to go to Apocalypse or whatever to make it a good story, although I don't know that was a good story, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was a good story. I think it did a good job taking over.
That was that Humphreys?
Oh, Humphreys, they're talking.
Humphreys, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that one.
Okay, yeah. I have been rereading it, but I need to reread the whole thing again. I didn't dislike it as much on the second time through the first two trades, so I'm hoping that the rest of it works out.
Yeah, again, it's another case of he really tried to do what Jimmy and Amanda did, just not as well. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And man, there's two trades that follow the two oversized hardcovers, which is kind of ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, we agree. My dad formed a collective of Israeli comics artists, but I think that ended a while ago.
Wow, I did not know about any of that.
Okay. Well, you'll have to Google it, or whatever the Israeli equivalent of Google is. Is Google a thing in Israel?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Are you like James? James is asking everything like, does that exist in Israel? Is that a thing in Israel? I'm like, where do you think we live?
Is
food
Israel, a thing in Israel? Do you eat food in Israel?
Thank you, Rahul.
Yeah, Bart, the best. Hannah, great run. I'm not sure, but it sounds like she might be agreeing with you.
Yeah, she's not getting on my good side again. I've given her too many chances.
This is for Comic Slayers channel, Kristen's channel. Thank you, James. Hey, Justice Supreme, Omnibus, Dr. Supreme, Sorcerer Supreme, Volume 3, any good? I just purchased it because I enjoyed 1 and 2 that I have already. I read and enjoyed 1 and 2 also, Terry, and I also bought 3, but I haven't read it yet. So I'm hoping it's good because I also bought it based on how much I liked 1 and 2. The one cover they came out with 2 covers, and the one cover was just so weird lookingly 90s awful that I did not buy it, and it made me nervous about what was inside it. So I'm fingers crossed that it's any good. What's that emoji there? It's a person. Is their head exploding?
It's a king.
Oh, a king. Thank you. Yay. Thank you. The only HT series which includes her are Gotham City Sirens. I really like that, and I have a lot of catching up. Oh, I see.
Oh, that's the only Harley series that he read.
Yeah, he's got Gotham City Sirens.
It's a good series until Paul Dini leaves, and that it kind of takes a dive.
Kind of very good, whereas he was excellently awesome. What other books should we talk about?
Do you want to talk about like other characters too? Like, what books do you want to read? I have so many books that I have and haven't gotten to read yet that I really want to.
Yeah, that's a good one. What are the top 3 books that you really want to read and you just haven't gotten the time?
First of all, this is going to be blasphemous for a lot of Batman fans out there. I have the series in its entirety, but I haven't gotten the chance to read it yet. I want to read it before the new movie comes out, like the James Gunn one.
Okay.
Batman by Grant Morrison. I really want to read it. I mean, Grant Morrison is kind of like a hit or miss for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard a lot of great things about this series, and I really like Damian, so hopefully I like this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's blasphemous. I mean, not everybody can read everything. I read it when it came out, and I still haven't read it in Omni form. So
what is it with you with rereading everything when you get it in Omnibus?
What do you mean, that I don't read it in Omnibus?
No, with you rereading series that you've already read, but reading it again after you got the omnibus of that series.
Oh, because I've forgotten it. Yeah. I read it in floppies back when it came out. So that was years ago. So, I mean, I remember certain things from it, but I don't remember, I can't pull up in my memory the Batman, the encounter with the Batman from Zur-En-Arrh. I sort of remember the Bat Cow and, you know, Damien and stuff, but I don't remember all the details. So I still need to read Gwenpool. Even though I've read all of her stuff, I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I haven't read the Howard the Duck, her introduction. I have not read that stuff. I've read everything else, but I haven't read the backs series. What is it? What do they call that? The guest feature, whatever it was in Howard the Duck. She had the second story in cameo. Is the backup feature. I think it's the backup stories. Yeah, the backup stories is where in Howard the Duck is where her first appearances were. And I haven't read those, so I do really want to read that. Plus, it was such a major victory that Gwenpool even got published that I'm doing myself a disservice from not reading it yet.
Other than Grant Morrison's Batman, I really want to read the Star Wars by Jason Aaron. Haven't gotten the chance to read that one yet. I have the Omnibus. I love Dr. Ephra, and I know that she appears there because they also collect those issues in the Dr. Ephra comic. But I heard it's really good, and I want to read it. And it's around that time of the original trilogy, right? Of the movie. So that's my favorite time of the movies. So that'll be a good one. And Catwoman, haven't read that one yet. I mean, I read a few issues, but I haven't gotten far, and I enjoyed those few issues, so I want to continue that one. Oh, and Strangers in Paradise too, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have the entire omnibus set.
Right. Okay, good. Those are good. Those are really good choices. You got some good reading ahead of you.
Yes.
Here's some other people's first Omnis. We got Oz, Thor by Walter Simonson, All New Wolverine. Oh, it looks like you and William Lee were All New Wolverine twins. That was his first one. Nice.
Good on you, William.
This is a good question from Ilya. Is any prior knowledge needed to enjoy All New Wolverine?
No, she was a completely new character to me when I got into All New Wolverine. So, I mean, the only thing I knew about her that she was a clone. That's about it. Like the most base level knowledge.
Yeah, I agree with Barr. I think that's all you need to know is that. Yeah, you don't. I mean, you can go back if you enjoy that, which you will, because it's awesome. Then you can go back and read the X-23 Omnibuses coming out. I have it in complete collections. I used to have it in the hardcovers, but I lost those in the flood of 2017. And I was really bummed because that second volume of the X-23 was super rare. But I got over it and I got the complete collections, and that's coming out in an omnibus later this year. So those are also good stories, really good stories. But this All New Wolverine, that's Tom Taylor. So Tom Taylor hasn't missed yet for me. He's just amazing.
For me, he can be a bit repetitive from time to time.
Okay, we are signing off from Bar now. She's leaving the screen.
But he did a really good job with All New Wolverine. I mean, you got to do a lot to be one of my favorite omnibuses for Marvel, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think that's what I said, Matt. But go ahead. My first Omni was Jimmy the X-Men Volume 2, but do the latest, now this is a good point, latest editions have the newer scans, so that we could get cleaner art on thinner paper. So that's a good point about those Marvel Omnis. Okay.
Yeah, but they are see-through, which can be very annoying and distracting.
Yeah. I think I said wiener dog. Did I say wiener?
I don't remember.
Leave it to the chat to just jam me up on everything. But I want to get the reprint the Omnibus, but I missed out on Omnibus. I am pumped to get this one. Okay. Read manga? No, stop.
No.
That's you don't
You
read
also
manga.
refuse to read manga?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I can't.
High five.
Boom. People have been after me ever since I've been on YouTube. So for 6 years to read manga. And I tried, and it's hard for my Western style reading brain. Could be because of my age. I fully admit that it's hard for me to follow reading backwards. I say reading backwards, reading Eastern style. And then when I did the ones that I did try and follow, like Monstrous, there were a couple others. I didn't really enjoy them that much. Then I read Blade of the Immortal, which is printed in Western style. I didn't really dig it. I read the first edition of the first volume of Berserk. It just didn't do it for me. And I just think manga is just not my thing. And people aren't as relentless as they used to be, but they're still trying to get me to read manga. And I'm like, it's just not happening. I have 800,000 books of Western style books that I still haven't read yet. And I'm not going to put manga ahead of, my reading the second Dr. Aphra volume when it comes out.
Josh has been yelling at me for like months to read manga. He's been throwing like manga recommendations. There's a lesbian in this. Go read this. There are lesbians in this.
He's trying to get a theme going with you. Oh, hey, there's a lesbian in this, so you'll like it. Well, there might be straight people in it too, but I'm not digging manga, so I don't think that's the route to get to her heart. It doesn't sound like we just don't dig manga. It's just,
I will say he's trying very hard. I mean, he's doing some hard job. Like every day he sends me manga work, like manga books and manga artwork, saying, how do you not read this? Like, how do you not listen to me? I'm telling you, when you listen to me, you'll thank me for reading this stuff. Like he's doing everything he can to try to convert me into a manga reader.
This sounds like a reason to break up with him as a friend. If he's coming at you every day, I would block his emails. He sent me, now I will say this for Josh, he sent me his comic book, and everything I read so far is really good. I really love the concept, and I really loved Bang. I'm into it, but I'm glad he doesn't send me stuff every day.
Did he tell you? Didn't he tell you that he's going to make a character named after me and looking like me? I'm going to get a character in Bang.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's great. And will she be like a manga hating Israeli?
He said that she'll be a gangster, like part of a motorcycle gang or something.
Nice.
A lesbian motorcycle gang. That's all I know.
Lesbian motorcycle gang. Let's try not to pigeonhole Bar too much, okay?
Isn't it cool though?
Oh, it is cool, yeah. Because I think he's going to do. I think that comic can do well. It had me from the start, and I really enjoyed it.
I told him I'm not reading it until Bar makes her debut.
Well, that's fair. First Omni was Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1. First Omni from IC. Okie dokie. Mega Shrimpser. It's pretty much the same in Sweden unless you live in Stockholm. Joachim says, I think we have maybe 5 official comic book stores, not counting brands like Sci-Fi. I don't. Oh, that was the Rutu Modan. However, I said, yeah. Well, I'm not sure. How am I supposed to? It's not like her name is Alicia Jones or something. How do I know?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They just like taking your stuff out of context.
All the signs are there, and I still also fell for that April Fool's prank. Good. You're making me feel better, Noir Wolf. Oh, Exit Wounds. That's the one I have. Okay, so she is a woman, and I own this book.
Did you read it?
No.
Oh,
what? I haven't read it yet. No, I don't. I've only read like 20% of my collection.
sorry, my expectations are too high of you, Jess.
And I'm reading, well, now I'm starting back on my regular schedule of reading every day. It was a long time to move and get things unpacked and stuff. But now I'm able to finally read again. So I'll slowly be chipping away at that.
What are you reading right now?
Well, last night I finished and caught up on Cycle Cleveland. What's this? Whoop. Why isn't it going up? Okay. Well, it's time for my Cycle Cleveland will answer. I read Chip Zdarsky, Batman Failsafe. I finished that last night at about 1 a.m. Then I kept reading on the DC app. And I think today I'm going to read World's Finest by Wade. And I'll probably keep reading that on the DC app. Then next is going to be Catwoman, Lonely City, and Rogues, I think, because those are 2 books that people have been wanting me to do reviews on. What other books? There's Killing Time and Batman and Catwoman by Tom King. Batman Killing Time. I took up a whole stack of DC books last night. I'm trying to think of what they were.
Are these all books that you own physically, or do you read them, some of them digitally?
I own them physically, and then I follow, if they're like World's Finest, where it's just like the first 6 issues. If it really grabs me, then I'll continue it on the DC app. I do have a subscription to both Marvel and DC apps. Upper level management would appreciate it if I read more digitally.
Of course.
But I have a it's easier for me if I'm doing a review or talking about it on YouTube. It's much easier if I have a physical copy of the book. So this is something that's probably in 2 years' time, I will have run out of room and I may be forced to go digital or buy more shelves.
Or sell some of your stuff.
I didn't immediately come at you for that because I am selling a lot of my stuff right now.
Do you have like a stack of things that you're about to sell or something?
I do. Yeah. I have like 2 giant stacks of stuff that I'm selling.
I know that you sold your Conan, right? All of your Conan stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All my Superman and Batman Golden Age.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm revisiting the Silver Age of Marvel and whether or not I'm really going to get to it. Peace and Love. I understand how great Fantastic Four and Spider-Man were. But I've read all that stuff a million times and I have to be honest and curate my collection. I'm enjoying modern Marvel, like the stuff I'm reading that they're putting out today, more than I would revisiting the Silver Age of Marvel. So that's the stuff I'm going to that I'm curating out.
It's interesting because I've been thinking the other day, because I don't have a lot of space left, but I don't feel like I can sell my comics, even if it's comics that I haven't gotten around to reading yet, or a comic that I've read like a billion times. They're like my babies in a weird way. Like, it's hard for me to just get rid of them like that.
Yeah, it's really hard. I have to, like, no way am I going to sell Gwenpool or Ms. Marvel or Deadpool. I mean, everything I have, She-Hulk, no, I'm just not selling those. If I've read it and I've kept it, that means I loved it.
Yeah, are there books that you're never going to sell, like give it up no matter what?
Yeah. There's that Harley Quinn shelf right there.
Yeah.
I'm keeping all that. Yeah, and then I have a bunch of Marvel OHCs that I either really enjoyed or I know I'm going to enjoy, like Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil, or Mark Waid's Daredevil, which I read and loved. I haven't read Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil yet. Did I see you have Charles Soule's Daredevil on your shelf?
I do.
Yeah. I have that, but that's the next one I need to read. I need to read that before I read the Zdarsky run.
It's really good. Oh, you haven't read the Zdarsky run yet?
No, because I need to read I read Mark Waid's, and then I want to read the Charles Soule Omnibus.
Oh, you're reading by order.
Yeah, because I've read, that's one of the few comics that I've read just about everything in it. I haven't read the Ann Nocenti stuff yet, but I have that in epic format. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep in order on that one.
Yeah, I started with Zdarsky and kind of went back from there. Like I went to Soul, and hopefully I'll get to do some more Daredevil reading in the future.
I think Mark Waid's books are getting, whatever's out of print is getting a reprint. I highly recommend that.
I've been wanting to get those for ages. I have the Ed Brubaker one.
Oh, nice.
First. But I haven't read it yet. You know what? I would say it's also one of those Omnis that I do want to read soon.
Oh yeah, Brubaker and Bendis, they were at their top writing that Daredevil stuff. Peak comics there.
I mean, to be fair, Daredevil is probably one of the most consistently well-written characters. It's like, I don't know what happens to writers when they start writing Daredevil, but something happens to them that makes them write some of the best stuff that they've written in their career.
I agree with you. He is consistently well written ever since. I haven't read the Joe Quesada Marvel Knights one yet, but I know a lot of people like that run, the Kevin Smith stuff too. But yeah, Bendis and Brubaker's runs. I skipped Shadowland and was fine with that. And then Mark Waid, yeah, you're right. Consistently, modern wise, he is Daredevil is the.
I'm sure Spider-Man fans hate Daredevil for that, because Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's interesting, because Spider-Man, those Spider-Man fans never seem to be happy.
Yeah.
Whoever's writing it. Okay, I'm going to take a chance here that Josh is serious, because it looks like he's giving you a compliment.
Jokes aside, I'm glad Bar decided to take a step into the limelight. You have a personality that is like a magnet. I'm excited to see where you go from future. Way to go, my friend. Thank you, Josh. That is like the third compliment he's given me in like the year that we've known one another.
They're like diamonds.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's right. I drafted Barb before very fine condition. I know on some reading, we're back to Harley and Lieberman issues. I know some reading orders, the Lieberman issues are left out for some reason. I figured they not be canon. Okay, we'll figure it out for you. For me, characterization is the most important version of canon. I'm sorry, what?
No, I said we'll look into it before the next time we'll do this.
Yeah. And when characters don't act like themselves is when I get upset. I agree with that. Bar would appear on NMC for a Black Widow book. You like Black Widow also?
I am really waiting for the for Black Woman and Black Widow.
Oh yeah, Black Woman. She's a famous character that Marvel invented. Yeah,
the famous Marvel character Black Woman.
Yeah.
No, but I've been waiting for Black Widow to get an omnibus of her modern comics, like Mark Waid, Kelly Thompson. So good. So good. Some of my favorite series that I've read. Yeah, and I really need all those series to get an OHC and hopefully an omnibus. And I've been nagging Omar about this.
Good.
Every week for like, I don't know, like a year or so.
Well, those are two of the best Black Widow runs that you named, and poor Kelly Thompson. She writes great stuff all the time, and Captain Marvel's the only thing they've let her, go. At least, she's going to cut it off at 50 issues, which I think is fair. But West Coast Avenger. We could have a whole show on what's gotten cut short of Kelly Thompson, but yeah, her Black Widow was really good, and it just got chopped. I can't think off the top of my head. Her Captain Marvel is really, really good.
Yeah, are you reading that one?
I read the first 6 trades, and I haven't caught up on the latest trades. I will be getting the Omnibus when it comes out.
Yeah.
And then my friend Mallory's in the chat. I'll send her the Captain Marvel books when the Omni comes out.
I was asking because I really want to get that Omnibus. I have the Kelly Sue DeConnick. You can see it over here.
Yeah.
I have that Omnibus. I haven't read that one yet, but I will. It's probably one of the latest books that I've bought.
Oh, okay.
So people have been saying that it's really good. I don't know if it's good. It's as good as the Thompson run, but I know there's the series that comes beforehand. So I would like to read this one before I get into the Thompson series.
That's fair.
So I think they'll go together very well on my shelf.
Yeah, I think so too. I actually think this is an interesting question here from Michael 031484. I'll just call you Michael for short.
If you could have Harley go anywhere in Israel, where would you have her go? I think she would go to gay bars in Tel Aviv, first of all.
Tel Aviv, okay. What cities are near the beach?
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv, okay.
Has a beach. Tel Aviv, I would say it's probably Harley's. It's probably going to be the city that Harley would like, because that's the party. That's like the city with all the parties, all the big clubs, and it's considered more a young people's city. You know, all the gay bars are there. The Pride Parade, the annual Pride Parade is there. A lot of shopping. I think Harley will have some fun there.
She likes to shop. Yeah, I'd like to see
a lot of food, lots of restaurants everywhere, and
she loves to eat.
Food.
Yeah, she does love to eat. I'd love to see her go to the beach with Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
And Catwoman also. I'd like to see the Gotham City Sirens over in Tel Aviv, in the gay bars, eating food, and then going to the beach the next day.
You got it.
Perfect.
Exactly.
This is a good question. We already know I've only read 20% of my collection. How much do you think you've read of yours?
How much have I read? I would say about 60%, 65%.
Nice.
Yeah, I read most of it. I don't remember a lot of it. Like, if you'll actually ask me questions about the story, I'll probably would be able to tell you what's going on there. But I remember that I've read a lot of these.
Yeah, I'm the same way. As once I get done with a book, the new book pushes out the old book's information. And that's why I got to do reviews like that week, or I'm going to forget why I liked Batman Failsafe, for example.
You got to be a really good book for my brain to remember the story there. Because there are very few stories that, Long Halloween, I remember the story very well. Harley Comics, I do remember the stories very well. Like, you have to make me really care for the character and the things that happen there for me to remember what the story is without needing to reread.
Yeah, I will give props to Very Fine Condition for his amazing memory, and Peter M., who's in New Zealand. Those guys' memory is crazy. How they can retain all that knowledge.
Yeah, I think that Omar is an alien. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, he did immigrate from Peru, so technically he was an alien.
No, but seriously, has anyone checked if Omar is a human being?
Probably Melanie is the one to answer that one.
Who knows? Maybe she's a droid or something.
I'm pretty sure Peter M's a human being too. He's got an astonishing memory. Okay, is Omar an alien? That's a good hashtag for us to get going. Do you have any social media page for people to follow?
I have my Twitter if you guys want to follow that one. I'm sure James can put a link to my Twitter since he follows me.
Okay, good. I don't do Twitter, but I'll create a link if James puts it in, or if you want to send it to me, I'll create a link.
Wow, he already did.
Oh, he
That
did.
was so fast.
What? We didn't even get finished with the sentence. Where is that? Oh, I'm way behind.
One.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Do
you like my username? Pam's Harley.
Pam's Harley.
Pam's Harley. Very original.
Yeah. I did pay him a compliment.
Yeah, I had to hear it again just to make sure if I heard right.
The young people city. Well, shit, I'm out of luck then. LOL. Well, it's just Harley we're sending there.
I mean, if Jess comes to Israel, I'll give him a tour around Jerusalem and Tel Aviv and take him to the best places there and to the comic book store in Tel Aviv too, and the beaches, the nice beaches.
When's now? When is summer there? When's beach season? What months? Because I know in Australia it's the opposite of the United States. I don't know how far apart we are. What,
between June to September, probably.
Okay, so same as us. Okay. Now I don't drink. I'm happy to go into a gay bar with you, but I don't drink. I mean, I'll just have soda.
Will you be a good wingman though?
I'll be Bar's wingman. This is a great idea. And I don't even like to leave the house. Already I want to go to Tel Aviv. This is awesome.
I'm starting to regret it. To regret the invite. Oops. Sorry.
Oh, you are? Well, hey, I'm not going to.
No, I'm sorry. I'm joking.
I think Thompson's Black Widow run was a victim of the early pandemic. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, her run on the Kate Bishop Hawkeye was great. I'm with you there. Read Daredevil Ultimate Collections for Bendis. Still need Volume 2. Omniformer recently. Glad Brubaker. Omni Volume 1. Need to get Volume 2. Going on off Zdarsky current stories. I'm gonna go up from the bottom. I interviewed Rutu once when she was in Amsterdam years ago. She's a super ultra serious person. Okay.
Oh.
There are those out there that are not as goofy as I am, so peace and love to them.
Peace and love. Peace and
love. It's all about peace and love. The most popular characters always get the best and worst runs due to their popularity. Batman has the same issue.
That's true. Batman has a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah. Ooh, double feature of Superman and Batman. That's a good double feature, Kenny. Shashi, and I'm not even going to give your last name a shot, although yes, I will. Shashi Shiva Shankara.
Shiva Shankara, yeah.
Shiva Shankara.
Shashi Shiva Shankara.
That's very melodic and mellifluous.
A lot of sh.
Shisha. Yeah, a lot of shisha. Which is the better format? The Harley Quinn Deluxe editions, New 52. She didn't get deluxe editions until Rebirth.
Yeah. I don't think the New 52 has deluxe editions at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they only did that with Rebirth. So I think it's your preference. I have the oversized hardcovers and we're fine to keep them. For Rebirth, I didn't get the Rebirth Omni of Harley Quinn. That's volume 3. I just kept the oversized hardcovers. Do you have a preference on if it's Omni or deluxe editions?
I think the Omni is the best way to go.
Okay.
Especially when we're talking about the New 52.
No, bolus is set by whenever I take my first bolus in the morning. So I woke up at 9:30 this morning, and so
what is bolus?
That is, I have a pain pump underneath my stomach. I'm sorry, underneath my stomach, just under the skin right here. And I put this little thing on, and then this gives it a signal, and it gives me an extra hit of pain meds to keep ahead of the pain. Because I suffer from constant abdominal wall pain. And I had
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you doing better now?
I am, thank you. I have a new pain that just showed up during the move, and I'm getting a CAT scan for it Wednesday. And then I'm getting another pain. I'm getting an MRI for in May. So those pains are, I think will actually, I don't know how they're going to be handled. I don't know what they are. They're not as consistent and agonizing as the abdominal wall pain. So I'm happy that that the pain pump and then there's a catheter that goes from the pain pump to my spine, and it drips the medicine in there in little micro doses.
Well, it's nice at least that you're taking care of yourself.
Well, I try. Let's see. No, it's not age about reading manga, Jess. It's the back to front thing I struggle with also. Some great stories in art, but not for me. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Peace and love, peace and love.
It's funny to me that you talk about reading from right to left, like backwards, because I'm used my entire life to reading from right to left. And when I started reading English, that became like the opposite for me.
Okay.
It's like something that you just get used to, you know. I still read books in Hebrew. We don't have comics in Hebrew, but I read like prose books in Hebrew. But I also read prose books in English too. So I don't know. You just kind of it's something you need to get used to.
So the Love Hypothesis, the book we talked about yesterday, that my daughter's friend wrote, it's translated into Hebrew. So you showed me the front cover, but since it's in Hebrew, will it be like manga from, as I say, back to front?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, with the translated the cover that I sent you, it's written opposite. Didn't you see the title? If you look like at the American title compared to the Israeli title, you'll see that they're a bit opposite from one another.
Well, I closed my mail. Let me see. No, I don't have it. I'd have to open my mail. Okay. So I didn't pick up on that. I just was showing my daughter, and she talked to her friend. Do you think you might get that book?
Sure, why not? I still have like a list of books that I have to get to, and it's a straight romance, so it doesn't push it up to the top of the list. But to support the friend of your daughter, I'll probably buy it.
It's also how do I say it? My daughter said that it was smutty. Do you know that word?
Yeah.
So it's a little racy. And the author, my daughter's friend, her mother is not happy with how racy the book is. So there's another selling point for you. Manga isn't for everyone, and that's okay. Oh, did I say monstrous? I apologize. I meant monster. Monstrous, I love. I apologize. Yeah, it was monster that I read, not monstrous. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Monstrous is really good though.
Oh yeah, monstrous is really good.
I've had the second volume for like 3 months and I haven't read it yet. I really need to read
it. But I'm gonna have to reread the whole first one too, which is not a bad thing.
I can barely remember what happens there. There's so much that's happening.
Yeah. Same. Okay. Superman versus Meshi. That's the food one. We'll turn things around for Jess. I am not reading Azadora. Just heard you say that you would watch the Snyder Cut for the first time. Dude, I watched it today for the 6th time. Nice.
Oh.
I even have it on Blu-ray. So Snyderverse, I have to watch Sex Drive because I've been promising Gabe that forever, and I've seen a clip of that, and it's hilarious. But Snyder Justice League, yeah,
Have you not watched that yet?
No, not the Snyder Cut. I saw the weird whatever it was that were released in theaters.
We're not talking about that one.
Okay. But you've seen the Snyder Cut and enjoyed it?
I have multiple times. I mean, I was actually surprised that my entire family sat down for 4 hours to watch the entire thing with me.
Oh, you watched it all in 4 hours?
All at once, yeah, 4 hours.
Your sisters, your parents, everybody.
Yeah, my mom wasn't home, I think, but my dad, yeah.
I dig your dad. I think your dad and I would get along.
My dad is really cool. I mean, he loves to come off as like this tough, serious dude, okay? But he always liked my figures and everything. He always wanted something like that. And I think he only recently got like the courage to buy his own figures, because I think he always thought it's like childish for an older man to have that for a man in his 50s or something. But when we were in the UK last year in London, he found some Mandalorian figures in the Disney store and Baby Yoda and stuff, and he bought all of it. And he also bought Dobby from Harry Potter.
Nice.
Yeah, he just started buying a bunch of figures for himself. And when he was in Madrid with my mom, he got himself a Deadpool figure of the same line of the Lara Kinney that I showed you earlier.
Oh yeah, these dudes.
Yeah, I also have. Wait, let me show you. I also have Elektra.
Ooh, okay. Wait, I haven't seen this one. Let's see. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Elektra is Daredevil from the Chip Zdarsky run.
Yeah, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't caught up to that yet.
It's a great piece.
That is gorgeous.
And it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's very cheap.
Are these, I think they're the Marvel Select figures, Diamond Select something? Yeah.
Diamond Select. But listen to the story. I first ordered this from Amazon, and for some reason I didn't get it, and I demanded my money back because for some reason I didn't have tracking for that order at all. So they sent me my money back, and I reordered through Amazon directly, because the first one I bought through a third-party seller.
Oh, okay.
And then I bought through Amazon directly. And then like 2 days later, this came in the mail.
From the third party?
Yeah. And then when I tried to cancel my Amazon one, they were like, nope, we're shipping it. Sorry. And then I fought nail and teeth with them to try to cancel it. But they were like, we can't cancel the order. And I'm like, but I already have it. I don't need to have it twice. And they ended up refunding me. And I still got the second one. So I have 2 of those. One I gave to my father to keep downstairs. Yeah, nice. Since he seems to love these figures recently. And one from my room. And I basically paid 0 money for these two figures.
Absolutely. Stick it to the man.
Yeah.
Lars feels like you should make it a priority to read Strangers in Paradise, one of the most beautiful love stories ever.
Strangers in Paradise. I really need to read that one.
And I need to reread it because...
But what's stopping me right now is I've noticed most of the people who have been telling me to read this lesbian love story have been straight men. Or like, you should read.
It's written by a straight man too, I think.
That's true. But every straight man is like, what? You've not read this book? You should read it. You'll love it. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. No, but I really, really dig the art in this. This is why I got the omnibus editions. And the omnibus editions are very pretty.
Yeah. Well, I'm another straight man telling you, yeah, you'd probably love it.
Yes. And I heard that they're making a new series. I think it already started.
Yeah, what's that called?
More.
Yeah, I have it on my wish list. Yeah, but I'm gonna wait till it gets there more. I'm sure he's gonna release it in deluxe. But yeah, there is a new series out by him. Let's see. I'm reading The Black Widow by Wade Sam Nee now because of you two. I am loving it. I got the Kelly Thompson trades to read after I finish this run. Nice, roguish type. See, it's fun making other people spend their money, huh, Bar?
Yeah. I mean, when you make them spend money on good books, it feels good.
Yeah, exactly. This question is for you.
No, I don't have Old Republic. I actually have not read that one at all. I think that Dr. Aphra is the only Star Wars series that I've read.
You will love Jason Aaron's Star Wars, and if you're a Star Wars fan, you really should read the two Darth Vader books, one by Kieran Gillen and the other by Charles Soule. Those are awesome.
Omar talks a lot about the Kieran Gillen one.
Oh, that's where Dr. Aphra makes her first appearance, and it is chef's kiss. Mwah, perfect. I love that.
Really?
Thing. Yeah.
I've kind of been holding out on it because I don't care for Darth Vader as a character to like read a whole series focusing on him. But everyone has been saying that the Kieran Gillen one is really, really good.
Yeah, because it fits in between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, and Vader is in trouble with the Emperor because the Death Star blew up, and so he's not the Emperor's. He's not the jewel of the Emperor's eye, or whatever metaphor I'm trying to say. He's on the outs with the Emperor, and so he's trying to get back in good with the Emperor, and it shows him. He's still ruthless in Vader, but it shows him in a diminished capacity. And the introduction of Dr. Aphra and her murder bot droids is awesome. And I think that's where the first appearance of the Wookiee Black Kurzurzanstan appears too, and he's awesome.
You also don't know how to say that name because I have no idea how to pronounce it when I read that series.
It could be a country for all I know. Kurzurzanstan, yeah. I have the new 52 Batwoman and Batgirl runs by Greg Rucka and Gail Simone, and those runs are so good. So does the Unstoppable one.
Greg Rucka only wrote a very small part of it, though. It's J.H. Williams.
J.H. Williams, right?
Yeah, he did both the art and the writing. I think Greg Rucka only did the first story in the omnibus that leads to like the story of the rest of the series.
Right. J.H. Williams did the art for the Greg Rucka one.
But, yeah.
But there was another artist, I can't think of his name. Blackman.
Yeah. So Greg Rucka wrote Elegy, and J.H. Williams did the art on it, and then he kind of took over for the ongoing.
Yeah, which is gorgeous art.
Oh, yeah. Some of the best art that I've seen in an ongoing series.
Let's see. There's another question for you.
Which Omni do you regret getting? I don't really have one that I regret. Maybe the closest to it would be the War of the Realms omnibus here. And it's mostly because I didn't intentionally get it. I was on the organic price books sale on Whatnot, and they sell these packages that like you buy something blindly for a certain amount of money, and they promise that whatever's in the bag is worth more than that. You know?
And
So I got it without knowing that I got this book.
And have you read Jason Aaron's Thor?
Yes, it's one of my top favorite comics.
Yeah, and that's the kind of wrap up of everything. So I'm surprised you. Oh, okay. Is
I
that
got the
first
Daredevil
volume? One. That's a good cover.
Yes,
Famous
I love
cover.
that one.
Yeah, yeah. Jane Foster's awesome.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of organic price books, here's my code: $2 off and 5% off 3 or more books. OmniDog ship it together.
This is actually where I got that Omni.
Nice. Beep deep 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 deep. Where am I here? Okay, I went from Spanish Shine Like a Diamond, Kelly Thompson.
Dooby dooby doo, dooby dooby doo, dooby dooby doo.
I've read only 35% of my collection. Still work when I retire. So I should read it all of them in Mediterranean style. Jess can be Bar's wingman and cosplay as the famous Marvel character Black Woman.
Black Woman. That'll be like Lois Lane, who turned into a black woman for a day.
I had that issue. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crazy. That was more white men writing what they didn't know.
That was like the woke comics of the day. Like that's what they were going for.
They were trying to be hip and relevant. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I know Edmondson has a 20 or so issue Modern Black Widow run. However, I recall Riley mentioning he thought the Edmondson Punisher was okay, and he didn't like Black Widow. He's not a fan of Edmondson. Well, Riley's not here, so I can tell you that I liked both of those. I didn't love them, but I liked them enough that I kept them. But you know,
that's very convincing, Jess. I didn't love them,
but I did like them enough that I kept them. Yeah, I woke up at 9:30. Well, what's wrong with that? It's Sunday, dude, and I don't even.
Do you want to know when I woke up today?
Yes.
11:30 a.m.
11:30. Sleeping in on Sunday, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Technically, Sunday is a regular day here in Israel. Everyone are going to work here.
And Saturday is Sabbath.
The holy day. Yeah, the Sabbath.
And what, but you and I, so do you not leave your apartment on Saturday? You just sort of chill?
I mean, you can, but you wouldn't really have much to do because most of the places are closed down. Because in Israel, if you want to like start a restaurant or something, you need to get a kosher. They need to check if you're kosher, the foods that you're making, if you're opening on Saturday and stuff like that. And if you get, if they say that you're good and they give you like a certificate of kosher that you were checked that you're kosher, you're gonna have an easier time selling your food, at least here in Jerusalem. Because most of the people here are more religious and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to find restaurants or stores that are open on Saturday. It's very, very boring. Even if you don't observe the Saturday as like, if you're not a religious person, you wouldn't really have much to do.
Okay. Is there, so Saturday, if I turn on the TV, somebody's operating television somewhere. So do you get like special dispensation if you have to work on Saturday?
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, we still have police officers on Saturday.
Okay.
Even religious ones are forced to still work on Saturday for the police. They don't get an exemption even though they're religious.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, there are specific jobs that, I mean, they're 24/7. You can't just close them down for the
Right.
Saturday. But yeah, even my old job, it depends. If you, I worked for as customer service for an internet provider, the biggest internet provider in Israel. Well, I didn't need to work on a Saturday. It's more the technical department. Like, if people have
Oh,
technical issues with their
yeah.
internet, are they going to suffer the entire weekend with no internet?
No.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. Everybody
No.
wants their internet fixed right now.
Exactly.
Shashi says perfect pronunciation. Good. Yeah, we fixed that. It's all right. How's Deadpool in charge of soccer team in England? Half owner Ryan Reynolds. I don't know anything about football in England, but I know that is apparently a really fun story of how he and his partner are having a blast, and so is his soccer team, and so are the fans. It's apparently a big fun story.
Yeah, I watched the first episode on Disney Plus.
Oh, they're making a show of it?
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
I think the entire season is already up there.
Okay, well, I'll watch it after the other 9 Marvel shows that I'm behind on.
And all the Star Wars shows that you haven't started yet, even?
I haven't even started Andor. I just now thought of it. What am I doing? Well,
Come on, Jess.
I have until May 4th to correct all this.
Andor. Start with Andor. It's so good.
Okay. Andor's on the list. After Justice League's Snyder Cut and Sex Drive, I have to see. And Dr. Sleep, I need to see that movie. I have a huge list, but yeah, Andor, I really need to get on that.
You really need to. It's a really, really good show. And I'm going to talk with her about it once you finish viewing it.
Okay, good. Maybe that'll be our next show. Andor and the books that came after Carl Kessel. I mean, we have this has been one of the best shows because the audience has not dropped. It has stayed steady the whole time. People are in love with Bar, I think.
Aw, stop it.
You want me to stop that? No.
No.
Keep going. And here's Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, James is right. You told me about the Marvel Galaxy Gallery Electra. Yeah, I just don't think I have a place to put her. Although seeing it could go right in front of the Deadpool. I'm sorry, yes. Daredevil.
Come on, do it.
Daredevil. It could fit there.
Look at you knit this.
Ooh, baiting me.
Yeah, you knit this. It looks so good on the shelf, especially next to Laura. Like, come on, Jess. Don't disappoint her. It's so cheap, too.
I said it a bunch in these streams, but I love that Electra design. Lots of great choices in that costume design.
Agree, 100%. It's probably, I will have to say, it's one of the sexiest costumes in comics.
Nice. Here's Scotty G. Finally able to stop in. Sold another house today. More money for Omnis. Oh, yeah. Scotty G and his classic Mustang. This is the book is Parker Girls from Terry Moore.
Oh.
I think it's just got a trade paperback out now, but I'm sure he's going to release it in some kind of deluxe edition.
His art looks a little different on there. I mean, I guess it's just there's a big gap of years between this series and the new one.
Yeah, I remember reading Strangers in Paradise I feel like it was the early 90s that I read it.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah, I think so. I read it in floppies for a long time. Now, this is a fair question. Can Bar suggest some straight love stories we should read to turn the tables?
Straight love stories. Like comics or books?
I would say comics.
Joker and Harley Quinn.
Any others? Batman and Catwoman? How about those? That
I'm not
story?
A fan of Batman being in a relationship.
Okay.
I prefer Lonesome Batman. Superman and Lois Lane. Oh, Black Canary and Green Arrow. Great couple. Who else? Oh, Big Barda and Mr. Miracle.
Yeah.
I was shipping them in.
Even I know what that means. Standing and shipping, I know what that means.
Yeah, I shipped them in the Tom King run. I mean, they're couple goals. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, they are a big couple.
Yeah. Any other? I mean, for Wonder Woman, I don't really have a love interest of her that I like them together.
I got to do an overview of that first Wonder Woman Silver Age story. Omni. It is so funny because the Superman and Lois Lane back in the Silver Age, Lois Lane is always trying to trick Superman into marrying her. And that's the same thing Steve Trevor's doing in the Silver Age Wonder Woman. He's trying to trick Wonder Woman into marrying him. And I'm like, what kind of mindset that these guys have in the Silver Age? This is like,
let's force characters into marriage. And these days they don't let characters get married. That's the funny part.
Yeah. Parker Girls. Reap, my friend from Australia. Nice seeing you two. Catch the first 2.5 hours on the replay. Okay.
You've not missed much, to be honest.
Oh, you've missed everything. Parker Girls. Okay. I am sorry I am straight as well, but Terry Moore is also straight and the most fantastic Christian comic readers I have had the pleasure of reading. Okay. Oh, here's a shout out to you.
Bar's praise for the Batwoman Omni convinced me to buy it. Yes. Yes, I'm so happy. I need everyone to buy Batwoman. And if I'm already convincing people to start a comic book series, listen, I said that I'm going to need to start a campaign for Poison Ivy, the current series by G. Willow Wilson.
Right.
Everyone watching this, give the first issue a read. I'm telling you, it'll suck you in. It's such a good series. All of you need to check it out. And I'm not just saying that because Harley appears in it quite a lot, but it's genuinely the best exploration of Ivy's character that we've seen. It's so fun to finally... I'm a big Poison Ivy fan. She's like my number 2 right after Harley. And Poison Ivy has always been kind of like a cameo character, the character that appears in Batman comics and in other comics whenever they need her. But we never really get to see things from her point of view. We don't really get to see her story. And Poison Ivy, just in the last 3 years, she's had a very confusing few years as a character. She's been split into 2. She's got brought back together. Her power set has been changed. So I think that this is a good time to read this series. Just when it's confusing to be a Harley's and to be a Poison Ivy fan, I think this is a good time to read that series because I think it clears a lot of things up about that character, about her new power set. It's really cool. Like with how do you say it, the fungus. I love it. It's like, if you like body horror, this series is great. It has a lot of body horror elements in it, a lot of horror elements in general. And if you're LGBTQ, there's a lot of queer stuff in this series too. Very, very queer. So generally
very queer. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, almost every issue, the first 6 issues are like a love letter to Harley that she's writing to her. She's like telling Harley the story of her journey, basically, because she believes that she's not going to survive her next mission, basically. Well, more than believes, she knows that she's not going to survive it because it's killing her as much as it's killing the people around her. So she's writing Harley a letter to kind of like explain everything to her after their big fight and Ivy leaving Gotham. So she's telling everything that's going on to her, and she believes that Harley will get these letters when after she dies already. But to her misfortune, Harley reads these letters before she dies, and we get a big, beautiful reunion in issue number 9. Then I think it's the best Harley and Ivy issue ever.
Whoa, high praise.
Yes. The best written Harley and Ivy story.
Excuse me, you were saying yesterday that it was originally just going to be 12 issues, but now it's been so popular, she's got an ongoing now.
No,
right?
Actually, it started as a 6-issue miniseries, but it sold so well they extended it to 12 issues, and then it continued to sell so incredibly well that they just made it into an ongoing. It's the first ever Poison Ivy ongoing.
DC's making a good decision here. That doesn't sound like them, but I accept it. That sounds great.
And you really this needs to be one of your next reads, Jess, and everyone here in the chat too. This is a really, really good book.
I don't think it's been collected at all yet, has it? Are you reading
next month? The first hardcover comes out in May, at the beginning of May too.
Okay, so like next 2 weeks. I'll read as much as I can on the DC app then. I'm going to read nothing but DC this week, and I'll include that. That sounds good.
Believe me, the art is enough to buy a physical copy of that series. They have 2 artists, Marcio Takara and another one whose name I can't remember right now. And I love how they switch between the artists, because we get like dream sequences or flashbacks of the past, and those parts another artist draws.
Oh, okay.
And the regular day-to-day of Poison Ivy, another I think it's Marcio who does the art for that. So they keep switching between the 2 artists, and it's so good, and they complement each other so well.
And for those people out there who don't know who wrote it, who's writing it?
G. Willow Wilson.
Okay.
The amazing G. Willow.
Right. You had to cook and do laundry. Did you miss anything? Yeah, you missed the whole show.
Yeah, we're close to ending it.
Oh, we are? Yeah, we've been on 3 hours. I'm telling you, we haven't hardly lost any viewers. This is compelling footage. People are digging you. Going to tour to Israel and do a comic tour 2023.
Well, not much of a comic tour. As I said, those stores have more Funko Pops these days than Manga.
Yeah. Oh, you got up at 11:30. Okay, so you're thinking I got up too early. Oh, no, you're making a comment that Bar got.
No, he's talking about me.
Yeah. When did you get up?
11:30.
Oh, no, I set that for noon, Jake.
Oh.
I do remember that. It's on my calendar. Don't worry. I do remember it. This is a question for you.
So our weekdays more Sunday to Thursday, Friday and Saturday are the weekend. Yeah, basically, yeah. For Friday, some people still work on Friday, but it's considered like you finish work early on Friday, so you can do like the shopping for for the weekend and everything. So Friday is a short day.
Because it starts at sundown.
The
Sabbath starts at sundown Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I agree. Jake, stop double texting this. I already addressed it. Cut it out. DM variant for Black Cat. Okay.
That's the best option, to be honest.
What? What's I've already
The
oh, the
in-your-click
DM.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astonishing Melanie, wow, I left this running for algorithm and you're still going. Thank you. Thank you
How
for
long
the
ago was
algorithm
this?
support. Yeah.
How long ago was this?
That was at 3:40. Oh, I'm back to 20 minutes behind. I better go to the bottom. And here's Ryan. Let's go to the bottom and work our way up. Yeah, while you're both still going strong from Rodimus. We officially started before and outlasted Omar's stream. Omar had a stream? Who?
Yeah, he had an AMA.
I thought those were Saturdays.
No, this one they chose this Sunday. I mean, they're doing like they let us choose which. He does a poll on Patreon. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate it.
That's some dang streaming stamina. You bet. Oh, Cycle woke up at the crack of 7:30. What for? Unstoppable Bar rocks. Hope to see more of you in the show.
Oh.
You will. I'm going to be signing an exclusive contract with her afterwards.
Thank you, Scotty.
Bar seems like a natural on air. It's like she's been secretly doing YouTube shows for years.
Wow. Thank you, Cycle Cleveland.
OPB said Poison Ivy Volume 1, The Virtuous Cycle, comes out May 16th. Okay.
May 16th.
You know, I will say that have you read Deceased by Tom Taylor?
I have, but I haven't read, like, I only read the first series, like the original series. I haven't read any of the sequels or prequels or whatever they made for it.
Did you read the first 4 books?
No, just the first one.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say it's only a little bit in there that you see in Deceased. Ivy takes over like a chunk of Central Park, or maybe all of Central Park, or maybe all of New York. I can't remember, but she has a really, it's not enough for me, but she has a really well done relationship with Harley in there. And I think that Tom Taylor would write a really good Poison Ivy and Harley story just based on what I read in Deceased, because it's very natural and organic, the way their relationship is. I
agree. I really love his Harley and Ivy on Injustice.
And I still need to read Injustice.
You haven't read Injustice at all?
No, they're both sitting here in their shrink wrap down here. I know.
Have you played the video games?
No. I don't. The next video game I'm playing, I'm hoping it's Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what I really see. I got a lot to do before my wife comes home. I got movies and TV and comics and games.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not a bad life. But I got a lot of it. I got a lot of it to do.
I actually have a pretty embarrassing thing with Injustice, the video game, because I bought the video game thinking that I'll be good at it, but I completely sucked at it. Like,
it's a fighting game, right?
Huh?
It's a fighting game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so bad at it. And I got through past the Harley chapter, but that's it. That's where I got stuck. And then my little sister, who's never played a single video game in her life, just started playing it and finished the entire game in like an hour or two. I don't know.
And she's the one who has more Harley shirts than you.
Yeah. She has
like
7 Harley shirts. That doesn't make any sense.
I haven't read Strangers in Paradise. Recommended reading, or is it too old? And then somebody said, Strangers in Paradise, Lars said, never gets too old. It is a story that is always irrelevant. So there's your answer.
I'll take it.
Jess, you will love Poison Ivy series. One of the issues, they had a big...
Do you know what it says?
I think so.
ORGY.
Okay. I figured that's what it was. Got to meet. Oh, I didn't even know her first name was Gwen.
Oh.
Last year, lovely to chat to you. Got my first arc of Ms. Marvel signed. Nice.
She seems like a nice person.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's where I'm going to read it. And I also want this. He promised that long ago, but he's been working on other stuff.
Yeah, but he said that he's not going to work to do stuff for Marvel or DC again, if I'm not mistaken. He said that he wants to focus on his own creator-owned stuff and not work for like the big two. But like a year or two after he said that, he did a story for the 30th anniversary of Harley Quinn. So who knows? Maybe he is still on good terms with DC. So hopefully it'll happen. He did say that he had a concept for a continuation of Harleen too, to do a part 2 of that story.
Yeah, I would love to see him do Poison Ivy.
Yeah, same.
Okay, let's see. Do 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 do. I like Bar explaining Shabbat rules to Jess. Does he know about the disappearing ink?
I don't know about the disappearing ink. What is that?
I know there's a way to make your texts disappear. My daughter just showed me.
He's probably talking about something historically Jewish or
disappearing ink. Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna have to explain that one, Cycle.
Andor is great. Oh, and I need to see the new season of Mandalorian. Okay. Wrexham is in Wales, not England. So it must be that's where the Ryan Reynolds team is.
Oh yeah. I think that's the name of the place.
Wrexham AFC in 5th division. Okay. I'm having such a hard time with Stranger Things. I know OmniCat wants me to see it. She's begging me to see it. I need to finish Triple R too. I only got halfway through that.
You haven't watched Stranger Things.
I haven't finished season 3. I love the first 2 seasons, and I heard season 4 is incredible. But something about Stranger Things season 3 just put me off it, and I know right where I left off, and I actually remember everything somehow, amazingly. So yeah, I know it's on my list.
It's my favorite season of the show.
That's what OmniCat says too.
But season 4 is really great
too. How are you still going? LOL, I'm practically sober by now. Show up drunk, end up sober on my show. Wrexham.
Wow, a lot of Wrexham talk.
Let's see. Okay. Is there another date for book club? And if so, what's the book? Yes, I put it up on the I think Friday I put it up on my channel. It's next Sunday with Larry from Larry's Library. We're reading Carmen, Karmen.
Carmen?
Yeah.
What is it about?
It is about, without spoiling it, a woman. It opens up with a young woman taking her life, but she has a kind of guardian angel that, okay, I don't want to spoil it. It's serious and it's a little lighthearted. Obviously it's serious because she took her life, but she has a guardian angel that's shepherding her through some things, and the guardian angel's breaking some rules by doing it. So she gets in trouble with management up above. But it's really a beautiful and really well-written book about maybe I should say why life is worth living, even if we're struggling. But it also doesn't take lightly the reasons that she had for taking her life. It takes everything seriously, but it's also got a little bit of lightness in it, with the guardian angel getting in trouble with upper management. In that way, it's similar to Layla Starr, that there's management in charge. And it's really well done. I'm sort of spoiling it for anybody who wants to know my review of it. I'm pretty sure I already reviewed it, because it was one of my best books of last year, or the year whenever it came out. It was definitely a top book. It might have, I feel like it was last year. But that's the book. It's next week at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the book club. And I highly recommend this book. I really think people will dig it.
Okay, sounds interesting. Is it the kind of book that you need to be in a certain mindset for?
I don't think so. It's written and drawn by Guillaume March, who is a fabulous artist. I think it's sort of similar in the vein of Layla Starr, The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, where it takes kind of a serious issue and makes it very not lighthearted, but it takes twists and turns that you didn't expect, and it's I think you can read it in any mood. I don't think you have to be in a particular frame of mind. I'm going to reread it again this week, so I'm fresh for next Sunday. There is I got like the regular hardcover with a dust jacket, but then there's like a special hardcover with a dust jacket that has a little extra story written on the dust jacket. So if you, I don't even know what one. I only own the red cover, which features Carmen and her angel, I think, on the front. But there's another version with the extra story in it, which I feel like almost was a webtoon or something. I think you can access it online, so you don't necessarily have to buy it for the dust jacket for the story. What is this question about? What were we talking about 20 minutes ago that I have lost track about? What about the Harley Quinn red, white, and black statue by Frank Cho from Walmart? I don't know about that one. I know there's a Frank Cho statue that I kind of wanted, and now it's like $230 on eBay, and I am not getting it now. That's for sure.
Yeah, those are the statues that are very expensive. I try to not spend over $100 on a figure.
Right. Oh, AMA is the Patreon only. We hear the Buffalo. Oh, he's telling you that? That's his bourbon when he worked at the distillery. That's amazing. Bar gets my vote to come back. This has been one of the most enjoyable streams ever. Bar has been such a positive addition to the channel. Heart emoji.
Thank you, Lars. Wow, this is a big compliment.
Yeah. Bar do future reviews with you. No, I'm not showing that. Josh, we're in a love fest here.
What did he say?
This.
Josh, well, I'll talk with you later.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys talk a lot. Okay, Logan, yeah. That's cool.
Hey, Logan.
Art. Hey, Jess, I know this is off topic. Nothing's off topic, I think, here. But I recently read The Alcoholic, still one of my favorite non-superhero books. Thanks for the recommendation. I know it's been a while ago when I reviewed it. Yeah, that's a really strong book. Very strong book. Really good.
I have not heard of it. The Alcoholic.
Yeah. I'll tell you, is it okay if I blame you? Just please do. Please drop my name. Very fine condition. I was too busy watching Bar on OmniDog's Vault.
I mean, I also missed it. And I'm sure it was boring without me there. So I'm sure we didn't miss anything.
Just a synopsis of Carmen just overloaded the internet. Oh, comic couples is who he was talking about. Jessica, Luke Cage and Jessica. Oh, yeah, I need to catch up on Discovery and Picard. Hoi, hoi, hoi. It feels like I haven't seen any
worse
TV.
Than my dad. My dad is working and he's out of the house and he watches all of this and keeps up with them. What's your excuse, Jess?
I don't have
my dad
one.
Reads books, watches all of these TV shows. Come on.
I know. I suck.
You can do better.
He has a Jewish friend told me you can't write on Shabbat. Am I saying that right? Shabbat?
Yeah. Shabbat.
But there's ways around it, like using disappearing ink, and that's what he would do.
I don't think that works that way. He's trying to cheat. But I don't think it works that way.
Started reading Poison Ivy and was blown away. Do you guys remember? Yes, I do. The Tom King story about Poison Ivy. It was amazing. That's one of my favorite stories.
Everybody Loves Ivy from the Batman series.
Yeah. Where they have to bring in Harleen to break the spell. And did you not like it?
I hate the story that came afterwards, though. Heroes in Crisis. After she was sent into. Have you not read Heroes in Crisis by Tom King?
I had to for, I think, an OmniBros show. And yeah, that was an unfortunate occurrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the event Poison Ivy is pretty much what leads there eventually.
Yeah. No, that wasn't that. No, it was not memorable. Unfortunately. Well, I could keep going. Oh, here it is. Jess Carmen review for favorite books for the first half of 2022. That was last year. Okay, so I did read it. Sorry, yeah. Jess's streams eventually devolve into some amateur production of Memento. I've been reading. Hey, D Nickel. I've been reading the JMS Spidey Omni all day and forgot you guys started a few minutes back. Glad I caught part of the stream. Yeah, I should probably let Bar get back to her life. As much as I feel like we could talk for 4 hours, actually my lighting is losing its battery life. So that's always a sign that it's probably time. It's probably time for us to end this first episode of the Unstoppable How am I doing?
You'll get better at this. The more you say,
yeah, because I'm going to get to practice because we're going to be seeing you at least once a month.
Yes.
This live stream was amazing. Look at you.
Thank you, Kane. I appreciate it.
Are you going out clubbing after this?
Nah. I'm a nerd. I don't go clubbing.
So I think what we've learned today is Bar is not only unstoppable, she's amazing and a great guest. And we will definitely be having her back on. Negotiations start after this stream. So I will be talking with our Israeli correspondent afterwards about more appearances. Peace and love to everyone. Thank you for watching. Please remember to go if you want to contact me. Here's my email.
And also, I gotta add, thank you to James for spreading the word. He's been posting it everywhere about this stream. So thank you for. He's been doing it all over Discord and stuff, telling everyone to go watch it. So thank you.
Thank you, James.
Thank you for everyone that were watching this entire time, like almost 3 hours and 30 minutes of the stream. So I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and it's a lot to do with Jess and the amazing chat that kept us talking.
Well, I appreciate your taking the time to be on here, Bar. You're a great guest, and the audience wants more, and I bow to the audience. I had a feeling you'd be a big hit, but the audience wants more, Bar. And here's where you can find my $2 code OmniDog at Organic Price Books. 5% off shipping. 3 or more books together. OmniDog ship it together. And we will be starting negotiations now after I play us out with my theme song. Bar, you were a great guest. Lovely to chat to you. I had a great time. I know the chat did too. So everybody, thank you for watching. I'll put Bar's Twitter handle, address, whatever it is, in the description after this. And thank you so much, Bar. You were a great, great guest.
Thank you, Jess. I had the best time. It didn't feel like 3 hours at all.
That's a good sign. You're sweet. We will be back again. Peace and love. Peace and love.